All right. I don't know what I did to fix it, and I'm not even going to really worry about it. Here we are! Welcome to the stream, everybody! Hello! Wow, that only took 6 minutes. It actually took a little closer to 10 minutes, secretly. I'm gonna post on Discord that we're live now. Finally. Welcome to the third and a half stream. We'll call it the fourth stream, actually, because why would I do that? And hello, Aimer. Good to see you. And to everybody else who chooses to come out over time here. So I have a lot of green decks prepared, and I've been playing green to prepare. John, what's up? Great to see people from the Discord that I recognize. That's been one of my favorite things about starting to do this, is that people who normally just watch, like, most people just watch and don't leave comments. I know that that's the majority of all interactions on the internet. But in chat, people are a lot more social, is really fun. So I have a bunch of green prepared for today, of all varieties. I even have somehow managed to build big green, which we will get to, using the only two big green units that I can really imagine being here, which are Rajang and Hagenmer. It's really funny. I added Rajang after just playing Hagenmer, because that was already almost working. But for now, we're going to start with, just to get a good start, rather than like a bunch of losses like has happened the last couple times, we're going to start with the deck that I'm strongest on. I think most of them are mono. Yeah, those are mostly all mono green decks, because that's what I have the most ease building. But I did hit up my bud Tisa last night as I was like, I'm trying to build Choral Orchestra and I can't build anything good for it. So he sent me something that we kind of messed around with. So I have two color things. Yeah, this sounds solid. I didn't quite have time to look at it because I was talking. I gotta keep a balance of doing that. I did that a lot pretty badly last time. But I did try to build, going around, flavor of the day, not even of the week, was the 2-color human burn deck. I think that people are already kind of over that, because I tried to build it and I have no idea what people are going for with it. What's up, Oracle? Love to see, like, people I would never expect in chat, like the old school gang from, like, back in the day on that I would see on Twitter and stuff. Super cool. It's been a blast starting up streaming just to see all the interesting people come out. And the first thing I wanted to do was to show off that this deck is not a joke. Obviously, we opened one of the strongest green cards that exist, which is Grimalkin. That's going to carry us no matter what happens. There's kind of... And Burn Red's kind of a pretty slow deck, so I wasn't even really paying attention. They had to play Mao without the burn. And they're playing this to get to burn. This person is desperate, and rightfully so. Oh man. Okay, maybe they're just playing a budget version. But I was gonna say, I've kind of started to move away from burn a little bit, because it's so inconsistent. The games where you don't get the... Yeah. I can block a bunch of damage. Dude, you're back. Yeah, I remember. I saw a while ago, I remembered seeing your tragic loss of your account. and on the last stream, we talked a little bit about how important and how devastating account, because somebody else was getting back after losing their account. So honestly, you're not the only one coming back to the new era of TEPPEN. And even if you didn't get your account back, there's so much great stuff that people... new players are constantly saying how jealous they are of the new player stuff. Like the starter deck, if you're a green player, I'm pretty sure you were like a red player. Just because, sorry, it's weird of me to recognize the people who show up in chat, I kind of feel like. But I'm so online specifically for TEPPEN. It's the only thing I'm online about, really. So I recognize most of the Twitter people, even though it's a slightly different crowd that's slightly before my time, weirdly. And obviously I know everybody on Discord. I hope that's not weird. Dude, John, it's definitely a possibility, and we will definitely, if you want to, or anybody wants to, we will definitely play some viewer matches. I just people gotta just express curiosity about it, and I would be super into doing it. Solid hand. Oh, so you had to swap phones. I wonder if this was an A rank player. I wish that my friend was the same story, because he got a new phone, he downloaded the game, and he bounced off it. I was kind of sad. I keep trying to, and if he tunes into this stream at some point, then get called out. Just kidding. But he's the one who drew the channel art, and he's never. I like dump TEPPEN stuff to him all the time whenever something interesting is happening. But he's a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so it's kind of hard to get a Yu-Gi-Oh player interested in anything other than Yu-Gi-Oh. While I'm a complete ex-Yu-Gi-Oh player, I can't really get back into it, because it's so all-consuming. If you know, you know. The game is just so hard. Chilling from ranked right now. Been rough climbing so many times. Yeah, dude, didn't you already hit 2K this season? That early period was weirdly, like, kind of a chill climb, and now it's gotten, like, super cutthroat. Because I got up to 19... I got almost up to 19... I was almost up to 2K with Burn. I got up to, like, 1960. A little over that was my peak. I forgot to take a screenshot, so I don't remember what it was. But I kind of feel like it's a lot harder to get that high now, because there's much crazier stuff happening. Like, specifically... Well, maybe not Quicksilver, but... Breakaway has started playing... Oh, god dang it. Okay, we're just gonna seal that. Breakaway started playing Devil Trigger, I have noticed, and that's like an insta-win anytime they drop Devil Trigger on the Mushroom. There's like so few answers, because most decks can, like, if they can't answer it, they need a minute or two, and it's like, alright, let's slow it down. You're playing a super methodical deck, but Devil Trigger kind of spits in the face of that. Akira? Okay, well, interesting. Okay, I think since we dealt with Fairy Leviathan, I think we will be fine. And we, of course, could drop... I'm thinking just Hoggenmer is the way to go. Seems like the safest move. Oh, I lost. Okay. Hoggenmer was not the way to go. We needed to... Akira worked out really well for them here. Oh, and they had an answer for it. Darn. Quicksilver, though, I'm still a little... I'm putting up eyebrows at the Quicksilver, but that was still very strong. Like, exactly what I was talking about. This deck is so volatile now. I assume that all my assumptions about this Overload deck are out the window. Oh, lost a ton of points. That probably was an A-rank person. I didn't look because I was busy streaming, you know. But I have a bunch of other decks. Most of these I've... See, if we do the 3 strikes 3 out on this one, it could take a minute. So we're going to move on, I think, to a different deck. We'll put this one on the back burner if we get, like, desperate and feel like we want to get some wins. Because for me, personally, this is the deck I'm the best on. See, I know there was something I could have done there. And... A better green player, like, easily can see that. But let's put Charge Shot on the back burner for now. I do have, we have Gaia Armor, Tribes. We can try this at some point. I feel like it can be made a little bit stronger. We have the Spirit in here. I feel like it should probably just have Meowster, Mascular. I recrafted them while preparing for this stream, because I want to play a little bit of Growth also. We got Growth here. And if any of you in chat happen to have any type of Quest Growth lists or any interesting decks that you would like to see played, feel free to send them in. I didn't specifically net deck anybody, except for my buddy Tisa did send in a deck beforehand, because I was just chatting with him. We have this cool Yawn deck we'll play at some point. I feel like Kurapeko deserves a home. Thanks, Monsun. We got a bunch of stuff that we're gonna try to see what's good and what else is good besides Charge Shot, Tribes, and the like. So we are going, I think, this is the only one that I haven't really fully gotten success with yet, admittedly. Green Purple Shield Spire is super nice. I'm just not very good at it, but I do have that built. We can definitely try it out. I want to start off with, you know, I don't know. It seems like Growth got a new card. I feel like Growth is a fun deck to start with. So we're going to start off with a little bit of True Power. Something that nobody is really expecting. Especially Coral. Oh, wait, maybe I can crib notes from this person. Because I haven't figured out what to do with Coral yet. Okay. The Battle Network green, I love that deck. I am definitely playing... I have just a pure version of it, basically, with Angie, because Angie has made it into the pure version of the deck. He's definitely made for it. Along with, I think every... I think every green deck that I personally built for the stream is running this card, Breakthrough to Escape. I have total brain rot on this card. Because it does everything, it's just so perfect for green. And it draws me a card, it lets me, especially for this deck, I can justify it, because it lets me get 2 AP. We'll start off popping this kind of weak board that they have, just because actually getting a chance to pop with Nico is always worth fully going for. I wish we had the Growth action in hand, but we do have... Nana is just as good. We're probably gonna already, like, clean this one up, because green into red is so nasty, and we're really far ahead. If we could get Angie in here somehow, that's gonna be... If they break the board, I want to develop Angie in some way. But at the same time, we don't even need to. Why have I not popped this yet? Oh, man, rewarded for just extending. Should put that in the... Alright, we win. I could have put that in the bottom lane to make this an unrespondable victory. But it still is. I put that in the deck for the high roll potential, and it's already working out. Okay, so see... Nobody's really ready for this deck, right? Although that guy would have had answers if they eventually... Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's one of those weird Coral Burn players. So I said it was flavor of the day, but people are still playing it. We might get to that ourselves later. I've only tested it out like once, and it didn't work. So maybe I should add that card I just saw him playing when we do get to it, instead of Breakthrough to Escape, just because it's even in this deck. Why is it here? There's no reason for it to be there. But that was a good start with Growth. The Nico is such a crazy green card. Green has a bunch of crazy cards. They've got so many well-defined archetypes, so many fun stuff to play. That's why we gotta... It's just multiplied damage. That was a 36 damage Nico. And it ended the game, because how do you come back from that, really, most of the time? I didn't really have time to decide if I wanted this hand or not, because I was distracted by Oracle. But I do feel pretty good about this hand. I think we can make it work, even though I would like to have Breakthrough to Escape. Devil Breaker. You're right, Cammy always makes me not recognize what we're up against. I always figure it could be something else. Okay. I didn't build Devil Breaker. I'm glad Nico didn't catch any balance. She's pretty fair. I genuinely believe Nico is kind of fair. Obviously, like, broken, but it costs a lot to get to her. And our opponent is giving us a chance to actually use her here when we wouldn't have gotten the chance to. What a weird play from our opponent. That was kind of super tasty for us. I guess I'll go for the next level here. I should have probably saved my hero art for later, to do something else risky. But we got this action in hand. I think we're gonna probably be rewarded for playing risky. See, the last time I was on red, and I struggled a lot, because red is not my color, even though it was what I wanted to play. But now we're back on green. things are gonna be a different story this stream, you guys. I feel like... Oh! Wow, cool. There was a lot of talk about how people were going to be doing this, and this is the first time I've seen somebody do this. I could have done something to... Let me see. Okay, we're gonna catch the crush there. That's the best thing to do. It goes back down to 3. That's not that scary. And... that's kind of a fun way to progress here. Given the MP, I'll get rid of my MP minus on... Actually, they even each other out. It's kind of nice. I didn't even realize. See, Monsun would know that interaction because I was kind of cribbing notes, but putting it back to a pure version. Okay. And now we can try to go for another Nico pretty cheaply because we got that big Nico action. Oh. Okay, what's happening here? We're gonna go for that. Absolutely. Cut you off of the monkey attack. And we will be undefeated for the streams. Oh. Well, I still think we're gonna be running away with it so far. But I wanted to kill that monkey. We're only killing the hog, though. See, it's for the first time, it suddenly actually goes back to being a 2-player game. Other than when they popped hog armor. Do we go for this now? No, I think I'm gonna wait. It was probably worth it to go for there, since we have the agility on here. Just be like, answer it or die. But we'll chill. What the? Okay, so now we will go for Hero Sword and just kind of clean up, I think. Maybe that's wrong at this point. Maybe it's wrong now. Now it feels more awkward, but we're doing the green things, you know. Now they got that block 10 like a couple of times, and I don't think they can do that. And they lose the board when they do, so yeah, no, that was the right play. Yeah, if they block 10 again, are they going to try? Ooh, what are they going for here? The counter Hero Sword! Whoa! Unfortunately, my line is closer with agility. So we're fine. And that cost them a ton of MP. It was a nice, like, line. It was a super cool line if they had the MP for it sooner. So respect for trying something saucy, my fellow. Wow, that was a high-rank Devil Breaker. Was that one of those top-rank Devil Breakers? Every time I encounter... that was the guy. Wait, okay, so... No, yeah, Monsun, I was gonna say, you've been playing decks that use all these cards. It's an amazing card. I was like, I'm surprised that you mentioned you dropped Gaugain Dantes from your cool deck that I don't know how to play. I haven't actually tried to play it, but that's one of those decks that I feel like net decking is kind of unnecessary because it's a deck built for your own personal skill set. So like, why would I net deck it? It would just be weaker. If you catch my drift, it's like back in the day when I don't know if it was Dango who played the cool breakaway decks, but there were a lot of cool decks that felt like they were literally player specific. Obviously that isn't really the case, but some decks really feel that way at times when you look at them. And sometimes I get comments where people are like, "How this deck sucks." Usually it's for a deck that I know is kind of weird. or something, you know, something like Big Resonate. Yeah. I didn't think it was good for that deck, but I feel like if you read it wrong, then I'm excited for whatever sauce is coming, you know. But sometimes people will like on a deck where it's like only like a mid-tier deck, they'll be like or no, sorry, the example I have is on my Dante Big Resonate deck, somebody was like, "This is a really bad deck," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's actually only supposed to win 1 in 10 games." That was kind of the point, actually. I can admit, some of them are YouTube replay videos. That's why I have the TEPPEN quick takes. Is anyway, for the specifically bad replay videos, I wish Big Resonate was still around a little bit so I could troll people and also troll my audience with it, like that one guy sadly got trolled. Okay, I'm surprised that this one copy of the deck is working, of the card is working. Yeah, the action is broken. I'm really surprised by it because it looks like, because it's a card worth getting from the point match shop. Wow, I guess our opponent was Gimpy Gingleflormed. If you don't know what I mean to say is they were bricked. And we'll leave it at that. They couldn't get to burn 6 is what I would guess happened there. Wow, are we undefeated on growth so far? That's 3 on growth, undefeated. Let's go. I know, Vio, get on here, play some losing matches against me. No, just kidding. Hop on ranked, Vio, there's a bunch of fun decks. I'll find you a deck that you like. Just kidding. I don't want to push people out of their comfort zone. I wish I were more of an adventure head. Adventure's a cool mode. And even just enjoying TEPPEN. As the mod who trolls people is also freaking an important part of our community. Anyway. Let's see. This is kind of a weird hand. I don't know why I took this hand. I think we start... Yes! Rewarded. But now I also wonder... Yeah, we go like this? Because that gets us the 2 Angie. D1 is also a proud place to be. I don't begrudge that at all. Did it drag to the right place? I don't think it dragged to the right place. Dang it! I tried to move away from the mic when saying dang it, you guys, but I don't know if it worked. That said, we got a lot of gas in hand. Like, honestly, playing this on... I built it before and I tested it, but I didn't play it too much. Anytime you draw Nico foolproof escape plan, it's pretty cracked. Like, Nico used to be a 10 MP play, minimum. Now it's a 7 MP play. That's kind of amazing, right? Now I'm just gonna wait for the last second, honestly. Dude, people fear Nico. People cannot keep up to Nico. Her driving is so good. And that's the 4... Wow, that was a high rank win too. Are we gonna break into top 100 with true power? Here's the true power list, you guys. I guess it was better than I thought it was. I felt like it was pretty cut and dry. I did try a couple of weird things out that I dropped, so this, I guess, is, like, somewhat tested. I tried the 4-cost Nero. That didn't really work in this version, surprisingly. This is the card I should probably cut if we want something else. Wash dish! Yeah. Dude, Nero is gonna get through this whole dishwasher by the time we get through to top 100. That was definitely not supposed to be a goal of the stream. I had Charge Shot in the back of my pocket for when we started dropping, right? Because I didn't test these other decks as much. But we're going off. And now we're trapped in the load screen. I always wonder, when you get a long load screen, is it because they're, like, readjusting their internal thing? Because sometimes when I'm on, like, a win streak and I get a loss or two, then I get, like, a long... I guess it's probably just because I notice it feeling long, because I get annoyed. That's all it is. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're right. There was the optimal play with Nana. But the new play is so cool, because you can also bait a ton of stuff with it. Obviously, people can respond with a Destroyer, but if you have antagonists in hand, like... that literally was a hypothetical, but... Ashura Senku. How do you guys feel about Ashura Senku? I can show my version of red coordination, but it definitely needs more oomph. There's not enough going on in the pure version, and it doesn't get enough sauce. It's missing the goo, specifically, and even Fire Herb doesn't really quite get it there, you know? Okay, what the heck is happening here? Ashura, Ashura's unreal. I've seen Japanese players say it's the #1 deck. Actually, yeah, and I do agree that it should probably be nerfed, Theo. They should probably up the AP and not do anything. Well, that would be a good change. That would be an interesting change. I won't say that would be a good change. That would be a meta warping change. I think Ashura is definitely the best version of these new black cards. That's why it's gotten so popular. Like, look, this card shouldn't be that good. Flame Mammoth, if Despair was playing it, this moment would not be very impactful. It would be kind of impactful, but it wouldn't be that impactful. Here, it's crazy impactful. And other cards like the T-Rex are just insane in this deck, way more than the other. Devilot is a lot stronger in Ashura. It's so much stronger. I waited for 3 so I can respond with Antagonist if I have to. But I guess they might have seen that coming because I took a suboptimal block there. Oh no, we used our Explodey early. And, well, we still have good cards. Yeah. Oh, we did not use our Explodey too early. Oh, wow. How good is this card? Yeah, we're just going for the... No! And we had... we had 0.1 MP too little to drop Nico, Luca. Which would have got us back in, maybe. We didn't lose that many points considering how high we are, so that was, you know, because that was a top level player. Ashura is taking over. Exactly. That's why I don't feel super broken up about losing to Ashura. And now that I've played this deck more, I feel like it might be one of the most prepared decks for Ashura, since you can bait them with the Destroy for Antagonist. Obviously, we didn't get to do that there because that player was really good. But there's definitely some good setups to beat Ashura with this deck. We'll play this last match and move on to another deck, I think. I just wanted to... I really like... swap, no! I looked at the hand too hard and I wasn't thinking hard enough. Yeah, those cards are nuts. That's why it's like, I've seen a couple people say... Despair's good because Despair's better, or Ashura is not as scary because it doesn't recur as much, and it recurs as much. That is the reason that it might feel less scary, but it's not true. It's super not true. It is more scary because it does recur as much, and it's stronger when it does it. Despair has to look for the opportunities to get, like... Despair has to look for all of the opportunities to get, like, a big board, a big hero art. But Ashura just gets opportunities constantly to win the game. I'm not, like, salting about it. I just think it's a really strong deck. Okay. I'm actually going to save this for Nico. And we don't have an action to activate her. Okay, there's that thing. That horrible creature. He's only at 2 levels. Okay, I guess I dropped Masculine. That's pretty dang awkward. They're putting the mushroom back just so they can play it again in a better lane. That's insane. Interesting. Well, I don't necessarily need to pop her 3rd level right now. I guess we will to do 1 damage. So the problem is that I didn't put disarms in the deck. Elegant Subterfuge should be a disarm. We got to show off how fun it can be, but it's not like, you know, good. Alright, we might be still in this. Assuming that they can't get a second mushroom, or don't have a second mushroom. I mean, why would it even matter if they have a second one? Ah, man, people have gotten a lot better at this deck. Akira. Okay. What can I do with Auto Shot? I got really greedy thinking that MP boost actually killed me. I was pretty sure I could block it, but I wasn't able to because of the MP minus. What a dumb... And it was my fault for playing in the bottom lane. I knew it was a risk. I wasn't totally sure if I could get the block, so... Well, let's actually make the change to the deck before we move on. Let's add in a disarm. Split Mushroom is a very funny card. I'm actually going to drop Pizza Time as well, because that is never going to happen. I just put it in here because it's the deck it goes to. Okay. 2 disarms. I don't see anything else I feel like I can cut at the moment. I could have gotten the block. Yeah, it showed 5. You're right. If it showed 5, that means I could have gotten the block. Darn it! You didn't have to tell me that. I would have moved on, thinking I could have. All right, I'm actually. We're gonna move on to this. This is a deck that I. It's just Frenzy, but we added Nero specifically because he's like the best new green card, and there's a ton of tribes in Frenzy, like the one people are already playing with Nero for the optimal Nero. So you have the optimal turn 1 tribe play of Breakthrough, Feline, Nero, and now you have that backed up with Frenzy shenanigans. So it's been working pretty well so far. The one thing I would like to fit in would be that one, to buff up Mandragora, I would like to fit in that one Prison Guard card, or whatever it was called, Prison something. Not a very good card, but it'd be fun to fit in. So now we're playing, we could have got some more wins with because we only got 2 losses with the last one, but I wanted to move on. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Broken Hand. Dude, you're right. Frenzy's really lame. I think that the deck building style is very boring. It just encourages you to put as many cards in as you can. That's why I didn't have room for Felicia or this other card I just said I wanted to include. And I will, from here, activate Perfect Part. Dang it. Well then, in actuality, I will activate this other card. No, see, Vio, that's the exact idea with this version of the deck. That's why I'm playing it this way. You see, and even see what happened there. That was pretty cool interaction. We got our stronger... I didn't even expect something cool like that could happen with this deck. That's why I built it this way, so that you have twice as many good opening plays. Right? You got Breakthrough, helps you draw another card, but you also have Feline and Nero, so you're not just looking for Namehage. It is pretty fun, and really catches people off guard. But also, the deck is kind of, you know, it's a little one note, so I understand if you don't want to play it regardless. There are better reasons to not want to play Frenzy. And obviously, it is pretty bricky. Not the most bricky deck of the meta, Because I've been playing a lot of Baron. Baron has been my deck this season, and I've definitely kind of felt the need to drop it after it being so bricky. I could have dropped that middle. Maybe I should have. Maybe I needed to. Okay. I talk about how cool and strong this deck is, but it really wasn't at all this time. But you know, it makes Green Frenzy stronger. We're gonna give it another try, though. Because that was a bad showing. Or not really. We just got bodied, so. 20 points. Darn. That's usually what you lose. So the one we lost 12 from. Poor Green Frenzy, too slow to keep up with the meta. Yeah, actually, every other color does have a couple of other... Red Frenzy's pretty insane right now. That could be Red's strongest deck, you know, the more that I think about it. I've been seeing a lot more of it crop up these last couple days. It's probably a lot better to climb with. And the ceiling is nuts. The power level is so classic Red. Okay. A standoff of chilling proportions. Not really proportions. Oh no. That's frightening. He's gonna get like a ton of MP. Whoa! Red Frenzy is definitely a Thunder Edge deck. Unlike the based Chad, I'm not gonna talk like that. Unlike the actually cool Dive Attack Baron list, where you risk everything. I should have played another card for the +1/+2, but who really cares? I feel pretty good about this matchup. Oh no, they're gonna banish my kitty. But he will not die in vain because he will break out of jail. He actually got his decimate. A unit with 3 or less. Darn. I've seen this card so much in this meta, I feel like. Like, an unprecedented amount compared to how actually good it is. It's not bad, but I've seen it a lot more than I feel like I would expect to. I predicted top lane for no reason at all. Well, at least he's gonna die on this next attack. Go away, Proto Man, you were kind of annoying. Oh, he was gonna put him back. Why does the feline card have flight? Because he's a ghosty. Yeah, he's a little dead man. In Daymare Diary, he's a ghost. Yeah, I don't need to elaborate. I was about to be like, there's lore, but really there's not lore. Daymare Diary just had a cool setting where, whoa, are we gonna lose this? Let's... Oh, whoa, no, whoa. Ah! No, it is a good reason, because he's flying. It's a good reason because it's cute. Okay, thankfully... Wow, that was a tough situation. Have we been playing... I don't know why I didn't realize we were playing like a really strong deck this whole time. What was I like doing during the first half of this match? I was just like not paying attention, obviously, but... Alright, maybe I should go back to a better deck after this. The Sigma Tessa Menace. I like grinded a very small amount of point match. I tested some of these. I could have blocked top lane, but there was no coming back. We're gonna try one more with this deck. See if we can get a single win, because I was pretty proud of having built a stronger version of Frenzy. And I've been able to do pretty well with it. But not on stream yet. I should prepare for some point match decks for one of these. The only thing is that I need to start deleting decks. I am very in the high 90s, and I don't know what to delete anymore. Nyaks. People have hard names to pronounce. Alright, this is a solid hand for our final attempt at Frenzy. We've got the Big Whale and the Hero Sword. We'll start with Feline. Oh, just under the... That was close. And then, to proceed from here, we will probably just slam down Tidal Whale next. We do have Nero available now, but we don't have any good tribe setup. Well, let's actually, no. Probably a good time to Tidal Whale. Yeah. Is Green Chun the weakest green hero? I would have to... Probably, yeah, actually. She just doesn't have anything built for her specifically right now is really the problem. Every other like her cards are her hero arts are decently strong, except for Hyaku. But there's nothing that Yawn takes super good advantage of. We'll see if maybe Tisa's deck will prove us wrong, because Tisa's a hella innovator out here. Oh no, oh no. Please lose the 50-50. Every time, I get so lucky with people losing the 50-50. I don't think that does anything, really. What it does do is force me to use Hero Sword. Let me think, does Chen have a deck? No, yeah, I really don't feel like she has a deck in the meta. Every other green hero is doing something. Like Shield Spire is the meta one, because it has the new Tribes deck really strong. It's the best option for that. I gotta pay attention. I am too easily distracted, you guys. Try to keep me in check a little bit. Or I'll just do it myself. I will control my ADD like 1%. Yay! We gotta win! I was too distracted to like really make it engaging, but I gotta... Whew, I was getting really distracted. We got a bunch of points for that. If at any point you open up to Rune Masters, I'd love to show you some of my funny point match stuff. I think I have to turn on... I don't think it lets me play my standard decks as point match. But I will, and I don't know if it lets... I legit don't know if it lets me bring standard decks to an unlimited room. Otherwise, I would turn it on unlimited every time. If that is the case, you would have to tell me if that is the case, John, whether or not, because I only have standard decks ready, really. Okay, we'll try turning it on unlimited, when we do room matches later. And maybe we'll do room matches sooner rather than later, depending on how people are feeling. I got a couple... I definitely want to show off the big green that I have prepared. I have a couple of other weirdo decks that I want to show off, and big green is probably the most strange one to show. Okay, let's go for... No, we need one more MP for Nero. Oh, never mind. That's another reason that you can bring standard to... Okay. So we'll run it with an unlimited format, John. Why not? Heck yeah. The big kill on Nero. Okay, for 5 MP, that was a little expensive. I want to show off at least one more deck before we go to room matches, though. Okay. For once, I remembered to get value from my card. You know, I should have played Blanca in the bottom lane to deal with Devilet, but I can deal with her with the other Blanca, you know? That works too. That was a weird destroy from my opponent, actually, so I'm quite indifferent to Devlet right now. Let's see. Okay, so this is always... I can show off this little fun interaction before we move on from Frenzy. When your opponent responds with a remove, you get to break through and it gets buffed. Alright. Alright. That was a tough board to kind of navigate there, but that should mean our opponent also has a lot of MP. I need to get better about using my hero art. I definitely use it more off stream, so I was able to pay attention enough to get through that board, but not to use my hero art often. Alright, let's just put on the pressure. Let's make them use their hero art to block here. I'm sure they will. Or they'll bring something back. Probably worse. No. Well... okay. But that just opens them up to hero art really hard here. Maybe they won't though. They're giving me a lot of time to build MP. How boring you are, Mr. Oichi Despair Whale deck. But we will just get nice and comfortable while we think of what to do next. To try and survive. Maybe my excess of AP will help me in some way here. The score is kind of getting closer. We've got a lot of really strong cards in hand, so we're gonna see what we can do by popping this. That's 5. Unfortunate. At least we get to stay on the unit that matters, but it will only be for 1, actually. Yeah, that was +1/+1. Okay. Oh, darn it. I was too slow. As is always the case, I literally had the dub in hand. We just needed to swipe. We just needed to swipe right to go. It was right there. I don't think we have time anymore. Well, I guess I can drop Nero in the top lane. Oh, maybe if both of these attack. Okay. There's no need to be so dire. We might still have a chance. Holy, what a win to pull out of nowhere. And they failed. We pretty much played them to deck out. Whew. Wow. Okay, see, just like with Burn, a solid strength of Frenzy is that you will draw through all of your dumb action cards. Okay, wow, that was very difficult. Before we go to room matches, I want to like rapid fire at least 1 or 2 of these other decks. There was one other that I just saw that I was like, I want to run a match with Quest really quick. Thank you, Spider. That was a difficult match to win. Usually the strength was... Oh, our aimer! Are you trying to do this? Was this intentional? Okay, let's see what we can do. What deck is this? Shield Spire. Whoa! I appreciate showing up with green to the green stream. Okay, we gotta shuffle this hand back. There's no activators. This works a lot better. So it was not intentional. Let's go. Interesting. Dude, the Oriichi deck is really strong. It's super fun. but it takes a lot of patience. It's a very, very slow deck, so you gotta have that awareness that you're gonna need to be beating every card your opponent plays. It's very good at doing it, but it is not an easy deck by any stretch, despite how strong it is. Okay. So this is, I was looking at, this is closer to the version that Thirsty posted, which the version I tried was a little closer to what Monsun had shared. Maybe I should switch my version a little closer to this. Try out what Hermitar does. I guess it adds to EX. Okay. Oh, you know, I could've, no, he has the -1. It would've still been 1 damage. Now let's see, what's the next play from here? There's definitely something I want to do. Okay. Got a protector. If my other lane dies, then popping off can begin. Ooh, you resetted her? Okay. Darn, and she still has the Hero Sword minus effect. Okay, that's probably GG. That's probably the play that wins this, because that's such a nasty thing to do. Gotta save up for mail is the only way that I see to get out of this. Nullify damage. We got our biggest play on board. Maybe that will do what we need to. Oh. I mean, I got another option, I think. I got one last play. Oh no, okay, wow, that was so lucky. That was the last play that I had, really. I can still drop this, I guess. Actually, we got Hero Art. We finally got, our board is back open. Let's see. Now we can... Okay. That's pretty bad for us. That's going to be massive, I bet. It was 6 tribes, it looks like. No, it was only 4. Read the numbers wrong. Okay. That's huge. We are in this. That one-shots Felicia. Aimer is playing... Oh, it would have one-shot her, if not for the -1. Aimer is playing from way behind now. And always... I'm fearing for that found Nitro Shroom, though. He hasn't found it yet. And as long as he does not... This is looking like our game. The reset in the middle lane, because that was the 7 MP lane, but it was the lane with slow. You should have reset mail to 1-4, in my opinion. But on the other hand, you did need to block that lane regardless. So whatever block you had, I guess, is what it is. I'm gonna... Just because I got 10 MP, I got a cycle. I don't need to cycle, but why would I not? Wow, I am surprised that I was able to pull this match out. I guess this means... this looks to me like viewer battles have begun. But we gotta see if we can actually finish it off with the dub here. It sure looks like it. What the heck? This was a cool match. I want to get that heavy pierce on my guy in the middle lane. And then it is over. Oh, you finally found it! No way! What? I almost convinced myself that you weren't running it. Very nice comeback for me or for Aimer. Winning on the single card. That's crazy. What a clutch match. That was so, so close. Oh, and the date has changed. That's a fun way to end the date change. No, that was a great match. Don't be sorry. That was. I also specifically played. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Amer. It's more the fact that that was a sick game. Never show up and say, I'm so sorry it's when we have a sick match. If you beat me in 1 second with Rajang, not to open any old wounds, but if that happens, then I would understand. Exactly. So don't be ashamed that you got me in a sick way at the end. It was too sick to be ashamed of. So I think I want to run one more on rank just to show off one more deck here, and then I think we are going to jump into viewer matches because John said he wanted to. I don't know if Amer will show up to the viewer matches, but he unintentionally has. So we'll try and hop over to viewer matches in a minute. Just gonna what's with the pack we can't open? I was just saying, just gonna put the idea out there so anybody who wants to join viewer matches can be ready, because if nobody actually is ready to show up, then they won't happen. I'll be there and I'll be waiting, but nobody will show up because you guys are the only ones who know. I'm so bad at dropping stuff in time. And no, don't worry about stream sniping. It hadn't happened yet. So the fact that it finally happened is pretty funny. All right, John, we will hop over after I mean, maybe it's about to tell me no. It seems like it might be about to tell me no, but your opponent disconnected before the battle. The battle has become forfeit. That's so lame. I want to do one to try out my big green before we hop over to viewer matches, and then I'm going to let Discord know as well. Let's see. Okay, this should draw what I need it to. But I did also add Rajang. Previously, this was a Hog and Mir only deck. And we'll see if it's better for being that. But of course, when it was Hog and Mir only, it could not beat... There he is. Lan is so underwhelming. Yeah, it was kind of annoying to... I did build that deck. I had it set up in Plunder mode initially, but Plunder Blade's really bad. And Hey Nico's too much AP to do what I want it to. But it was set up in Plunder Blade mode initially. And you're kind of lacking the number of activators you need without playing Lan. That's why you gotta be playing like 3 of these in that deck. Helps a lot. When will we go up to 6 attack? We haven't drawn it yet. Oh, okay. I always wonder when somebody is like, you turned it off. I appreciate that. I'm looking for one more HP, and I still haven't found it. I'm playing like a lot of HP cards. Well, I have enough AP to cycle. Enough MP. Thank you for playing fair, Amer. That's funny. I love it. It's like, oh no, the panic. It's like, I can't cheat. I don't expect you to like... Because I'm pretty sure in the viewer patches most people are listening. Because Ains has responded to the stuff I said when I was playing against him before. So it's however you feel like playing, I guess. Okay. Ooh. Alright, now we can ride the momentum. We're gonna heart tank him, keep him alive, and somehow we're playing big green in standard. That's not something... Oh, no! Oh, no! See, this is what I was talking about when I was saying... It doesn't really work against black. But we will not give up so easily. You heard about the good night? Well, we're not going gentle into it. Anyway, I don't know. That was a terrible pop-off. Especially while losing. And now we have to wait, which is why it was even worse of a pop-off, because nothing was even happening. And we gotta hope that they give me an opportunity to go for a Zhang. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Now we just gotta hope I can kill 30 life before they kill a similar amount of mine. Okay. And then, what next? No! Okay, that wouldn't have been enough to save it. Okay. Well, you know, that's how I am playing Big Green in Standard. And if we were up against Red and maybe the Green matchup, we would have totally walked with it. So with that, we failed to win our first match with Big Green. We'll see if it does better in rematches. Okay, here they are. Wait. These are in fact not my current decks. These are only my unlimited decks. It does in fact only show your unlimited decks. So I would have to, well, we can do, John can hop in here first and we'll play some unlim. I'll have to find something in here. But, John, you're welcome to be the first one. We'll start with some unlim, yeah. Well, it does seem to be letting me choose the Big Green deck I was playing just now, so maybe I'll keep that selected, but it seems like it only wants me to play other unlim decks. I have something in mind that I like that I'll try to look for in a second that's super, super old school. Because I have almost every... If I made a video for a deck, I usually keep the deck around just for sentimental value. Those are mostly the ones I've started having to delete to make room for the... I wish we could have more than 100, you know? Although it is enough. It's pretty much enough. Okay, John, you have to play against the horrible deck that I was just playing. Sorry, man. Let's see how it goes. I'll swap to a different unlim deck. We'll play a best of 3 here, you know? Alright. I wonder what John's up to with CEM in unlim. Ooh, that's pretty cool. The Quest deck? We love the Quest deck. Destroyed by damage effects. It's looking stranger and stranger. I'll just kill one of your cards, I mean. Seems like a thing to do. Okay, it's a cycle, yes. This deck, yeah, it's a deck that... It loses a lot, but people lose to it quite a lot. It's what we would not describe as a fair deck. Oh, what you got there, John? You're putting... Oh, okay. It's the cycle in hand. I will keep my shield equipped. Oh, actually, it won't do enough damage. I don't know why I thought that. Gotta kill her sooner or later. We're just gonna put on the pressure. Find an answer, John! I'm sorry, I don't think there's an answer in red. This is exactly what I was talking about. Whoa! I literally pogged. This card's so cool! Man, he might still have a little bit of gas. No, unfortunately not. Oh, actually, that will survive one attack cycle. I was like, this doesn't have enough life. It'll survive this attack cycle. Wow, I really gotta wonder what's going on here. I wonder what the discount and the buff went to. Tengu Girl Akko! For anybody who doesn't recognize her, is an incredibly cool card. To me, most famous for the Mr. Match Unlimited Infinity deck. I think it's time to play Rajang. Now, for the second time, I ask you, John, find an answer. This one I am actually kind of sorry for. Because this is unfair, Teppen. Whoa! An answer! An incredible answer! What in the heck? Oh! I'm like, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, like I could have activated the 2 shields, but I wanted to see if he could get the win in time. Whoa! The fact that you still comboed while I was doing my combo, that was a cool match. Combo v combo, dude. That was very cool. Thank you, John. Okay, I'm gonna switch to something. Whoa. The oldest decks I ever built. Contains cards I do not own. It doesn't tell me what they are. Oh, it's Dreams of Restoration. It doesn't let me edit it from the screen, though. But yeah, here's the this is a deck I had always wanted to do a video on, but I never did. I thought it was cool to have Feline and then summon Nero, the one placed Nero, with summon minions. Never got around to it. Let's see what I have here. This is what I wanted to pop out. I don't know how it will stand up. It's just something that came to mind. Yeah, that was a sick pop-off from Jonathan. Let's see how he does against something that I haven't played in 2 years. This seems like a viable hand. I mean, obviously I should... We'll see what happens. Just because this was a deck that came to mind, something unique, uses cards that are cool. I have not updated it in the 2 years since I played it, though, so... Already off to a bad start, actually. Because I don't have that one good cycle. Let's see if we draw something nice off the top. Ooh, we did actually. Interesting. This is what the deck is supposed to do. Funny. Wow, it still works. Okay, so now I can't call any Johns, because I did we're doing the thing that the deck I chose to play is supposed to do. Interesting. Let's see how it goes. Whoa. That's messed up. I'll summon a second Sea Catch. Okay, and then... Rush, Crush, Spillover. And this was the guy that had the effect from Akko, okay. So we should be in the clear on that. Okay. But now I gotta play something... Oh, I got this. Thankfully. We can take care of Akko. We can try to play from behind. I knew he was playing that from the last game. Oh, somebody said something on Discord, I wonder. Oh, never mind. It's just my friend. I'll talk to them later. No! Yeah, I didn't... This deck was too expensive. I was hoping somebody sent me a deck on Discord, is why I was like, oh, gotta see what that is, but... I'll deal with it later. Okay, John, it's 1-1. Let me see what else I got here in Unlim. Maybe something that I've played more recently. I mean, these decks are technically Unlim, I guess, because they're from very recently. Let me see. Who is Joe? Well, I don't want to look anymore, so I'm going to go with it. Wait. Can I go with this? I think I know what it is. We'll see what it is when we jump into the game. And then anybody who's waiting, we're gonna hop over to a standard room so we can go back to the green only aspect. And then the floodgates are open at that point. Okay. This should be fun. I haven't played this in a long time. How much? Take 7. We should be able to get there. With Shield Spire, that wasn't what we were just fighting. Maybe it was actually. Anita. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy unit. I've never seen that card before in my life. So that's interesting. And now I'm kind of wondering what I start with. Well, that makes it a little easier to think of. Oh, I'm kind of worried. What is that going to lead to? Just more of itself. I wonder if you have a way to make that stronger and unlimited. That's pretty funky. Oh no, this needs to have sacrifice. I have to get to sacrifice 10. I thought it was sacrifice 7. That's not easy. What is happening? Red Resonate. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, Red Resonator. Anyway. This is kind of scary. I can put back a 4 MP machine. Oh no! The shield? Where did you get that shield from? Whoa. Unlimited format is some unhinged type of nonsense. I could bring back Jujudorma. Oh my gosh, it's... Okay, so it's 2-color Monster Resonate? This is dire. We're gonna bring back our Jujudorma. And how do I deal with this? Damage 3 or lower is 1. Man, it keeps getting stronger. That's pretty sick. Okay, I guess we gotta just rip the band-aid off. For 5 MP, that's... And I'm paying 3 MP for it. It's the best I'm gonna get. And at the moment, this game method is looking kind of fair. It's not doing anything super scary yet. So it's possible that I can catch up to the Gameth. We've sacrificed 8. Play her down. Pretty old card at this point, I guess, if it was in this deck from a while ago. What does this do? Oh, it's that Anita again. What in the heck? What a strange problem to have. Not one I have ever had before. Okay, so we activate this, and now we can finally use World Devoured. Oh my gosh! Whoa, that was the 3rd... We're done for. That was the 3rd red orb. What the heck, John? Most people are not that good at Devil May Cry to find all 3 red orbs. Yikes. Healing a little bit, and yes, we will go like this. I wonder if he has a follow-up to his triple red orb play. That was quite scary. I got a little bit of healing. And for anybody who's wondering, we are going to go back to the green-only stuff in just a minute here. Chainfire. And it did 6. Wait. I think I'll use my shield. Okay, that's got him confounded. The shield was an unexpected thing to do. Oh, John DC'd? Really? I guess it was probably like an actual DC rather than a rage quit. Aw, I feel bad if it was... I hope it wasn't a rage quit. Okay, the game crashed. I got worried. I was like, I really hope I didn't make John feel bad. Um, yeah, that could have still gone either way. Because that was a really cool deck. That had me on the ropes. I finally got like my momentum and my win condition, so it was probably turning around, but that was a really cool deck. Yeah, okay, exactly. That's why I was like, I don't think that's what happened. But I just had to be sure. Okay. Now we're gonna hop on standard. If anybody wants to come and challenge, the green only challenge only applies to myself. I'm the only one who has to play green. Because there's still a number of green decks that I haven't played yet that I want to try tonight. John is pissed! John, absolutely you can come back. I just want to run standard because the unlimited button doesn't let me bring my standard decks. I would have to make like a small tweak to each of them, which I'm willing to do, but it would be a little tedious, I feel like. To do that on stream. Let's see. Is anybody here? Oh, I went away from the number. The number is... The code is DP4743. And then what deck are we playing? Let's see. I could try the deck that Tisa sent me. I'll do that later, though. Aimer is here. All right. It's like, let me see if I should... Let's give him the growth matchup. In the unlimited fun. Thank you, John. Well, that's great. Yeah, totally. I'll have to think about what unlimited deck I want to take you on with, though, because that first one, I did my stuff, but it was a little too old school. You're too immersed in the unlimited for me to just show up and think I'm ready with... And then I showed up with a different standard deck. I don't have any actual unlimited decks. I actually have one. Maybe two that I can think of. I have dual spirits with feline, but even that I still need to update because there's been new spirits. That's off the top of my head. That's my unlimited deck, though, that I'll probably try to run it back against you with. But now I gotta run it back against Aimer, who got a win earlier. A very... extremely close one. And they are playing Rakoha Overload. Now let me think, I'm not completely sure what I want to do here. I'll drop Angie, I guess, that's kind of a fun play. Oh my gosh, the turn 1, he's only memory 2. I didn't know that. I thought he had memory 4. Okay, we should be able to clear the board here. We're not going to take any risks. We're going to do it right away, not waiting for another card. We want to get the Freezer out of here. And his name is the Freezer. I should do a stream of that. That's a great idea, John. I've been thinking about like what the next stream would be, because that's a really fun idea. I would love to do that. Oh my gosh, how much did you pay for that? Only 4 MP for that. That was a 6 MP board wipe. Kind of nasty. And I'm probably going to follow up with my own board wipe. For lack of better option. But at the very least, what I can do is hope that I had lower MP and that I'm making you charge up above 10 right now. That's my only real hope there. For that play to have not been as bad. Because now I'm at 0. And you are not at 10. Kind of a bad thing to hope for, like, hopefully he's at 10. That would have actually been worse, I guess. Okay. But you gotta find answers. You gotta do stuff to stop me. Of course, this is one of the stronger standard decks. Yeah, I kind of figured. With Found Barrel active, Stone Cold, the Freezer, Steve Austin. Yeah. We do have one more chance to Nico somehow, though. Actually, we have two more. I love this foolproof escape plan. Putting her back is kind of insanely important. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, that was not quite enough damage, though, because of the split. She went down a lot. As long as it gets rid of Optic Sunflower. Okay, we're kind of still in this. Maybe. I can block the bottom lane, yeah. Thanks to Gloria. Gloria. That trades, but it costed me a mana and a half. And... oh no. Oh, and it copied a Sunflower from deck. Yikes! That was powerful. Obviously that deck is insane, but... green, I feel like, should be okay against it, and we did not quite pull it out. Even with multiple board wipes, I think I Nico'd twice? No, it might have been 3 times, because we did an early one against the Red Spider, we did another one against the Freezer, and then there might have been a third one, or there might not have been. But dang. Okay. Let me see. We will try. Oh wait, actually, Quest was what I played against you, I think. We will try the big green again, just because it's funny, and because I don't want to lose the best of 3 by getting 2-0'd. Is this the jury deck? If it's the jury deck, I'll be sad, but I'll accept it. I won't be sore. 0 is one of the very strong... Lock! That's pretty tasty. I hope this is actually Lock. 0 is one of the top 3 characters. He's like top 2. The only other character where it's like, if you don't think 0 is the best character, you probably think it's Ashura Senku. And I would agree with anybody who said it was either of those 2 characters. I guess I'll kill the Date. Why not, I guess? And maybe that makes the damage go down to 3. Who knows? I don't really know how that Burning Rubber card works. Let's see. It did go down to 3. That's an interaction. Alright, I'm playing my most dumbest deck against you, Aimer. Memory, the fact that they allowed Memory to be meta again when it is the most hated mechanic in the history of the game is wild. And the fact that they made it kind of toxic is the even more wild thing about it, actually. Our hand is godlike. We're just going to wait. Yeah, the fact that it is just like old school... I guess it's not just like old school Memory, but it's action spam, baby. What else is it going to be? Faith is the worst mechanic of all time. I guess you... Thank you, John, for keeping me in check. Faith is definitely my most hated mechanic, yeah. Because even more so than Memory, it's what we don't like is our parasitic mechanics. Oh, Galdern. Whatever that means, actually. I don't really know what that means, actually. Yeah, it would be cool. It almost seemed like that they imagined hating Faith. Yali is one of the few Faith enjoyers. We have to respect everybody in chat, you guys. It's especially when they play it in a creative way, but Faith is not a mechanic I look back on fondly, or one that I find joy in deck building for, because it's like, all right, we put in 20 Faith cards and the deck is broken. Although you could just... there are some really cool Faith cards, I won't deny. Specifically, like, I still like Fong. I like the Faith Fong. Alright, I beat you with my worst deck ever! Not in terms of how strong it is, 'cause it's pretty strong, but my most horribly horrible. I think I would. I hate to say like, oh, I hate this thing, because that's not the energy I want to put out on stream. All right, Amy, that's 1-1. But Faith is not a mechanic I've enjoyed. Memory I do enjoy somewhat, and I go back and forth on this new memory. It's very strong, and it's been fun to kind of tech for it, to kind of like prepare. Let's see. Let's show up with this and see if it does something. He's probably not going to play memory again, though. That's not what he played just now. Or was it? Was that a weird memory? I wasn't paying that much attention, because we did really good. No, it was locked. No, wait, it was... It had that 4-9 guy. That's the heal guy. I guess it was jury with lock. Okay, I think what you beat me on earlier was this deck, so we're going to run it back with this. It was just heal humans, but he started out with Date Masamune, which... Oh, okay. Oh, wait, yeah. No, that's you, Amer. I was like... But he started out with a card that was weird. So it was definitely something weird. Faith was a very weird meta. That is definitely a period of the game that I look back on very fondly, though. So I won't say that I hate the Faith cards that much. Some of them I do look back on really fondly. Like the strongest Faith cards are cards like Nibble Snarf that have Faith for no reason when the rest of the deck you're not playing Faith. Stuff like that were really bad. Okay, just to get that Effie out of here. What does Hermitar actually do? It adds a card with coordination. What cards have coordination in this deck? I guess it adds itself, maybe? It's gotta be something else it adds. Oh, right, it adds Nero. That seems pretty strong. Faith Machines was a cool deck. I could never hate on a 2-color deck no matter what it was. 3-color, though, I have somewhat hated on the Ashura Senku deck, even though it is godlike creative. Whoa, those are massive numbers. I think the move is to find my groove. I'll try not to rhyme too much, guys. I definitely rhyme sometimes, just to be annoying. I don't know how many cards are in graveyard. I don't think I need to shuffle. Yeah, that is a good... The coordination, Hermitar, seems pretty good. Maybe that would make my version of this more easy for me to play. And we lose. Yeah, Vio, I know you're not going to get out of D1, but you would like the Shield Spire Tribes deck a lot. It is kind of the... It was mentioned before that the new green is the green that green players love, and it has just become the 2-color Shield Spire deck, but that's an amazingly fun deck. And it does the classic green. Let's see. Alright, GG Aimer. We're still taking any challengers. The room code is DP4743. Definitely grab some food. I recommend everybody grab a snack. I had some pizza before starting, so I'm feeling good. But make yourself cozy, y'all. I might roll up with the deck that Tisa gave me next, depending on if there's another opponent. But of course, 2 is about what I expect. We'll wait around. I feel like maybe there's somebody sneaking in chat who might just show up mysteriously. Who's to say? Oh yeah, you just don't like the other deck. No, okay, that's fine. I totally get it. And I also get that deck, despite being like big numbers and winning really hard, it is pretty fair. So you would get blown out a non-zero amount of times. You get blown out. You'd have to get used to losing. It's just a consistent deck if you're good at it. I was going to go on a tangent about Devil Breaker, how That's like the opposite. That deck has a much lower win rate, but it's much faster, and it does still have more than 50% win rate. So people are high rank with it, despite the fact that I do truly believe it's not a good deck. I'm also going on about that because I'm trying to fill the air. This open air as we wait for somebody new to come. I'm actually going to be right back. My water's almost gone, so I'm going to go grab a Mountain Dew, some type of energy Mountain Dew that I grabbed. And hopefully, maybe somebody will be here by the time I'm back, which will be in like 30 seconds. It worked! Aura! Alright. Friend of Tisa, we will play the Tisa deck against them. Oh yeah, that's some gamer juice fuel right there, y'all. I have no idea. Does it have any? It has an Xbox logo on it. It does have gamer memorabilia. I would frame this Mountain Dew if I were so inclined. Okay, so this is Tisa's deck, which is Yawn, against Wrath Awoken. Alright, let the off-meta commence. I'll just start off with my Buffalo. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm gonna seal her. I don't like that. Keep you behind. There will be no advantage gained. Yeah, that was a big investment for turn 1. I only play Wendy Oldbag when she's guaranteed, personally. Oh, like that, yeah. A good example. Let's see. Alright, that's a pretty good setup for Nero. I don't know why I didn't send him with the middle lane. Wrath Awoken? Alright, no, this is Blazing Wall. This is Blazing Wall. That makes more sense. Okay. Alright. Big buffs for the board. And does it say it in the corner? Did it say that? It probably said that while I was tapping on the screen, yeah. I tend to only sometimes be observant, or possibly to never be observant. It really depends on... I am not very observant. I should have used my hero art, but... See, this is a cool deck. Tisa sent this one to me. I was like, okay, I will play that one. That one looks cool. With the triple Arthur and trying to find a home for the Kurapeko. Here's the Tisa deck. Dude is a skilled deck builder. IMO. Let's see, what else do I got here? We're gonna try with a little bit of Choral Orchestra humans. This is just mono humans. I do have 2 different color, flavor, style, coral red humans that we can try later also. But those are the only decks that I brought that I did not test at all. 'Tis a yawn! 'Tis but a yonder window which breaks, my dear Yawly. For thou art the sun, and I art the moon. I can't remember any Shakespeare, but I loved doing theater in high school, and Shakespeare was the funniest, honestly. And I mean that genuinely, like, the unfunny Shakespeare, just doing it is funny. Like the best one is the one-man Romeo and Juliet, or it might have been two-man Romeo and Juliet. I think it was two-man, where they do all the parts in 5 minutes. Very funny. But I don't remember any of it because it's pretty difficult to remember the words to Shakespeare, and it would be even worse to recite them if I did remember them. So that's my weird tangent there. I do want to send units to the graveyard. Was that only 4 MP? 1, 2, that was only 3 MP. Not very good. I'll play this guy down over there. Oh, we're gonna get it with Arthur. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Arthur, Arthur. This is like the one good human that we got. Oh, wait, he's gone. And I can't use Tiffany to seal. Oh, not that I need to. Because I built this for 2 color, for 2 tribes of Tiffany. Double Tiffany tribes. Okay, now we can play down Tiffany. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Okay, we got a dub. I love Blackout, the Blackout.exe deck. That's a super classic deck to me. I was playing a ton of last season. That was like all I was playing during limited format. But I was playing it with a little bit of the growth cards just to boost that ceiling a little bit. I feel like anytime you play an old deck, you want to do something to juice it up a little bit. Although Blackout is kind of a counter pick deck where it wasn't super good in that matchup. Because I'm just all about playing more cards continually, even if they're banished. But if you have a good matchup, then that's a really strong deck. Yeah, GG Oracle. This is the very strange red growth coral I have from Tisa. He didn't actually send me a version that was this growth focused. I just thought it would be fun to make it more growth focused. And then what has been going around is something sort of like this. But I was just saying earlier that we should probably... It seems like it could probably be modified to have that one Ascend guy in place of... I think I had Leon in here? No, I guess not. But I think room for him would make it a little more consistent. If another person shows up, then I'm going to play one of those. But if not, then we'll probably hop on the ladder and test one of them. Because those are the other weirdest decks I have. Yeah, that's a bummer, Oracle. Those were some cool decks. I would love to have a rematch. If anybody, if Aimer or you want to hop back in, that's totally fine. I'll wait it out for another minute here, and then we'll probably call the room matches, and I will hop back on ladder, because we still have more decks to run through before we end the stream. Ooh, John is back! Yeah! Okay. I want to try to see if I can pop off with this 2-color burn thing. But I think to do that, I would want to have that one other burn card that I was talking about. From Schoolyard Royale. I can't even think of its name because nobody plays him. I'm gonna throw this pen away so I stop clicking it. Hopefully, you couldn't hear the pen clicking on stream. Alright, Breakaway. But wait, no, it wouldn't be unlimited Breakaway. It actually is standard. I was like about to start like wondering about what cool thing John brought, but I've limited this man to I have him out of his element. Okay, that's fine. But we could have started with that burn card if we were playing it. Seems like it's an important addition, perhaps. But we do have enough burn to at least add a card. Okay, we got burn 6. And then we can start... Sorry, I was drinking soda, I had to burp. And I can feel the energy, so I think we are in fact gonna stream a little longer than the last stream, which was only about 2.5 hours or something. I don't remember. We'll try to go longer. We'll see how I feel later when we get to the time. Okay, we got a lot of burn going here. Do I want to keep burning? I guess I have it built so I'm willing to lose all the cards I am able to burn. I don't need to use my action there. Let's see. I do have to hope I still have enough burn in deck. That depends. Okay, let's wait for this to fall down. Okay, yeah. Now we can try to get to 10 units in graveyard, which I kind of am doubtful of. Let's see though, we got 5 more in hand. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I wanted him to go to graveyard. Man, I kind of immediately why is Mountain Dew marketed as gamer juice when if you drink it on stream you will get all burpy? That's embarrassing. I don't want that. Okay. We're kind of getting somewhere. See, this is the other card that I'm like, I should drop that. Why'd I put that in here? Just because I was running out of space when deck... Or I didn't have all the space filled out when deck building. This deck does run Charlie Nash, but we are not quite getting to Charlie Nash yet. If at all. Wow, that was a great grab. Okay, actually, I said that I should drop that card, but it's kind of broken. With Mao. Breakthrough to escape into Mao is crazy. 6 cards in graveyard. We're gonna pop off. We got the other Mao. That gets us enough cards in graveyard. This concept kind of... John paying attention. That, and obviously it sets up his win con too for that one card there, but that was a good play. That slows us down. Cause we're probably not gonna get shit off this cool Natsu thing. Whoa. Ooh, that might give him the tempo he needs to at least stay alive. I want to get to Natsu. Oh, it's a 10. We can drop our cool card. Yeah, baby. Cool things are happening. Wow, so much momentum. So much tempo. Unbeatable tempo. That's kind of nuts. I'm surprised it worked as easily as it did. And these are like... And it's even without playing that weird card that I saw that other guy play. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to drink any more of this Mountain Dew. I'm too embarrassed. Oh, but John might still have my number. Let's see. This is sick. I'm surprised that this works at all. When I was testing it earlier, it seemed like a bad idea. But it's really close. Oh no! Dang it. I literally was like staring at the board like, Just had to, but it was like a 1 or 2 second block. It was a very close block. It wasn't easy, but I could have done it. GG for game 1. So now I gotta take, I don't necessarily have to take it more seriously. I almost want to run that again because it was really fun. Let's try this. I said I wanted to, so let's try it. Alright, John, I'm coming at you with nonsense. We're gonna see what it does. If it works, and maybe you will benefit from my decisions. Okay. This was the deck that had Leon. I'll keep the hand. Because I want to use this funny Nero. I will beat you with the funny Nero. Interesting. I think I'm going to follow up with Huerte. It's not smart, but I think it's what I'm going to do. Because he... Whoa, okay, I even just realized that you're playing the Breakaway. That's a fun sub-archetype to play to supplement the deck. I guess we'll do that. I don't know. I'm realizing my deck's probably pretty bad. But we're about to get hero art. We'll see if we can do something fun with it. Let's see.
Looks like we have the upper hand
here. Okay. He's just in there because I have 3 of the growth card. But he might, like, be not terrible here. Alright, that keeps us ahead. 3 Leon, obviously good in a 2-color deck. I should probably drop the growth concept, but Leon is good in a 2-color coral deck. Okay, he was really just there to bait that, almost, I feel like. Because he wasn't doing much for me. Alright, we're going to develop Batsu, and then we're going to develop Arthur. Ooh, and we drew this, actually. These growth cards are kind of looking nice. Like, I fully changed my mind when I saw that growth card. We're going to go like this. That's a fun play. Okay. I paid for it. It wasn't quite as good as I thought it was. Okay, is that the mushroom? Mushroom die! Ugh. Leon's not as good at firing the mushroom as I thought he was. He's good at it, but he's not great at it. Okay, we'll take this plus MP, see if we can still fight this. Let's see. One more hit to survive here. I thought she only seals green units. I thought she could seal a red one. Let's see if we can survive. Darn it.
See you around.
I got a lot of really good cards I can use, but let's see if we can actually do things with them. We drop this Chun, and we lose in the top lane. I tried, though. I tried to play that deck. It wasn't the worst deck in the world, but it shouldn't have all those growth cards, I don't think. But that was kind of a fun deck. It was better than, no, it was about how good I expected. GG, John! I think that's the second person to get the 2 out of 3 on me. That was fun. Alright, we'll probably hop back on ranked here, because I do want to play a couple more of these decks on ranked. Like this Burn 2-color deck, I'm kind of interested to see if it actually has legs if we run it on ranked. I kind of wonder. Dude, John, have a good night. And I hope your parents have a good night as well, I guess. That was an extremely weird thing to say, but have a good night. Alright, let's see. What was that card? It's the guy with Ascend and Remove. I want to add him in here. Yeah, we'll add one of this guy in place of Man from the Trip does not seem important. And I don't want Cammy. She's not really going to come up, I don't think. And now this looks pretty consistent. Maybe just a single breakthrough, or we could just leave it as is. Alright, let's try this on ranked. We're going to go back to ranked now. I don't know whether that or... I had a ton of fun with viewer matches, but you guys would have to let me know what is the... In, like, the comments afterwards, what is the preferred portion of the stream? Is it ranked matches or viewer matches? Anyway... We're back on ranked now. Against Ashura. But this deck looks so cool. What the heck? Okay, let's see if this actually does what it says on the tin. Outside of viewer matches. And that said, we did also lose the viewer match that we played this. But it was close. And the deck doesn't work badly. Whoa. We drew Charlie. Okay, our opponent is destroying things. They are ready to get their anger out. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, okay, they were setting up their graveyard. Did they know it would send that? I guess they knew it was going to send chord cards. But that seems a little greedy. But I guess it wasn't because they were rewarded for it. Should I use this? I don't know what to do here. Punished for not using Coral sooner. Big Onion! Oh my gosh, this guy's cool! I don't think we're going to beat this guy, but this is pretty sick. Got 5 engrave. I think we can kill this onion. Oh, I forgot it gets decimate heal a bunch. I would have needed to use my effect on it a second sooner. Thankfully it is only... that probably banished some cards that I was going to need. Oh, there's Mao actually. Okay, we don't have to worry about the decimate yet. We still have 2 Mao in deck. In hand, even. And another in hand. Okay. But this 7 is going to hurt. We gotta see... We're not too far out off of... Okay, wow, we might have a chance here. We're not too far from Natsu. Or from our second hero art. We're about to pop our hero art. Yo, this deck kind of goes in. Very unexpectedly so. Wow. Oh, are we... Okay, let's see if we can play through Zamtrios. Actually, let's make it easy on ourselves. Course correct. Whoa. And then when they deal with that, which I assume they're going to... We play down Natsu when it goes back in deck. That's such a big problem. Such a big problem. Let's see what we can do, though. Okay. They're probably gonna pop some sort of action here. I forgot it healed again. I'm such a dunce. Just kidding, but... Whoa, we're still in this with your Charlie again. Darn it. That was... This deck's crazy. I am really surprised at how hard it popped off. Oh, actually... We're alive! Whoa! Yeah, alright. See, the last stream I would have totally lost there because I was prepared to count myself out. But this is close. This is very close. I feel like it kind of depends on what cards we have as the last 4 in deck. I feel like I gotta play that Hunter down. Not gonna have any other opportunities. Chun-Li is in deck. That's a good card to draw. We don't quite have a shuffle back yet. But we will soon. Okay, super greedy. I think we're gonna probably pay for that. Oh, maybe not. Okay, that's honestly the best case scenario, I feel like. Weird as it is to say. There was no other choice. I had to take the Chun for 1. I mean the Charlie for 1. But this kind of has gas. That's the 3rd onion of the game! And they finally got it. Unless... I am in fact still in this. Wow, how are we still playing the game? Obviously, I don't have a good way to deal with Quest.exe, but we would have won otherwise. Dang it! I gotta stop playing cards down for him to eat. Go, Chun! Win me the game in the top lane. Surely you can do it. Huh. Oh my gosh, if they... Flicking Corruption's too difficult. Yeah! What? There's no way! That's so uncalled for to be a victory. That's so not an earned win. I mean, it was, but it's not one that should have been. Whoa! That was pretty unprecedented. They should have been able... The corruption, like I said though, flicking that corruption all the way across the screen, that was way harder than my play to make him block it. I definitely had... I love showing off a good make the opponent drop the card play on stream. Because TEPPEN is a fighting game, you guys. Never forget that TEPPEN is a fighting game. Because of moments like that. Keep them in the corner, you know? Oh. So I had like a moment like that for the first time in a super long time recently. And I was like, oh man, I'm excited to stream again. So I love that it happened on stream. We could scar somebody mentally like that. Maybe I should have just gone with this. This guy's kind of got a good ascend effect. A good effect in general. Yeah, it's kind of a good effect. But I gotta hope that it didn't remove my 2 Natsu. If it did, then it's like, oh, I might not be able to play anymore. And I don't think I want to play a 3rd Natsu. Oh, there she is. Very nice. Remove 1 more card. I probably didn't want to remove that 1 more card. Batsu. That's nice. So I thought about it. His name, it's gotta be Butts. I'm like so not joking. I think his name is Butts. Like, you know how freaking Guts, his name people in like the translation was Gatsu. This is the same situation. His name is 100% Butts. And until I see any like suggestion otherwise, this man is Butts. Thank you, Amer. Yeah, that was a super fun match. Alright, let's see here. Surprisingly, we're still in this one. Oh, not against that, though. This is another card that I've seen like half of the time in Ashura Senku decks. That's just like kind of a... I don't know why all of them aren't playing it. It's a really crazy card. Okay, I feel like we gotta drop Breakthrough to escape. Maybe not, actually. Yeah, Hunter for 0 kind of sucks. But I definitely want to try this deck 1 more time. This is kind of going way better than expected. So we're going to drop Breakthrough for maybe another copy of Man from the Chip, probably, is what we got to get in there. Another copy of that. Or the Prince Returned would be really good to put Mao back. We're going to try to add 2 of those, maybe. And then I think this is the second loss on... I know we haven't really consistently been doing that, but when this gets a 3rd loss, it will be eliminated from the stream. I wonder if we can get a dub, though, actually, still. There's Batsu. My good man Butts. Our opponent's got a lot of strong stuff, though. And they've got Ashura at the ready. Gonna steal some cards from us. We got a ton of cards. Wow. See, that this Coral build is super fun. It has so many strong plays. Wow. We've still got gas. Crazy. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to draw our big power play, which is Charlie. And we would need it right now. There's a Chun-Li, but unfortunately, they were very prepared. Okay, we can kill the Zamtrios, but now we're out of cards. Wow. The fact we were able to play through every card in the deck, plus a little more, this deck is stronger than expected. When I put it together, I tested it like 1 time, and I was sure it was bad. But I guess not. Okay. Yeah, I only have 1 Man from the Chip right now. Clearly a deck building error right there. 1 of those, and Prince returned. If only Prince the musician would return. That would be the greatest thing to ever happen, actually. Okay, we're going to give this one more chance, then we'll move on to a couple other decks. And I don't know if 7 will be the wrap-up point like it was last time. I feel a lot of energy now that I've been drinking this Mountain Dew Voltage. It's coursing through my veins, I feel like. Yeah, I didn't think it would be good, because it seemed so all in on getting... It's already hard enough to get your single burn win condition online, which is the burn 6, that also playing to get 10 units engraved seemed very difficult, but it kind of does stuff. Getting the Natsu to pop off is pretty difficult, but I don't want to play less than 2, because I always want her to be able to pop off. Oh, darn, it's pretty annoying. Let's see. Ooh, I am at burn 6. Very nice. Man, he was going for that middle lane attack. Trying to get another 6. That's pretty greedy, man. Okay. Yeah, I love playing Hunter. Hunter is such a good card. I was always down playing this during reveals and on the first couple weeks being like, no, Hunter isn't as good as Mo or Bao. Hunter is the best card in the deck, without a doubt. Or, I mean, very central to the deck. Mao is also pretty incredible. Obviously, Charlie's the best card in the deck, though. Reborn Prisoner Charlie is his full prison title. I never thought about that before now, but all of the names for the cards in the season, it's like their criminal prison name, you know? It's not just what they go by in their day-to-day life, it's their prison name. That was a terrible play. That did not really work out how I wanted it to. No. Okay. Well, we got some wins with it, but I think we saw like the peaks and valleys of this deck, where it's very consistent, very early momentum heavy, and we didn't really quite get either of the things we needed to happen. I wonder if it runs more damage to control the early game a little more. Princess Arrived was really bad. I would not run Princess Arrived. I would swap that for another man from the chip. Regardless, we're done with that deck for now. We could try green-purple tribes. I don't really want to. I did build this deck for Sitsi Yaku, but it's not very good. We're going to run a game or two with this real quick. Yeah, black has made it pretty hard to deck build certain things. That's why anything I'm playing with green, I'm always like, how do I beat Ashura Senku? Can I? Is there any deck in here that beats Ashura Senku consistently? And the answer is like, not really, no. But we'll give it a shot with this deck that isn't very good. Just because I wanted to play Sitsi Yaku, I made a very low unit count deck that's honestly just a worse version of the big green deck, now that I think about it. But we gotta try what we got. We'll just make him nervous by activating some hero shields. The definition of standing there menacingly. This is kind of a funny hand. You know, Amer, I think I will try out some green-purple Shield Spire in a minute. Maybe that will be the deck that... We haven't been doing too bad on ranked, though. I was going to say the deck that gets us some wins, but we've been doing pretty well overall. I've got to heal all the way by one more. Oh, never mind. They're going to... Why did I try to do that? probably going to swap off this deck immediately, but it was a fun one to try and hop on with, just because I wanted to try this card at some point. I wonder if its home is with the tribal cards. That seems possibly even less likely, but maybe. CTU Cube's probably... It's got to be good for something. Or it's just pack filler. Play it all the way in the middle lane to tank the shield. Now we summon another Ah, darn. I was getting all excited about my strong board. Osric the Man-Eating Buzzkill. And we'll just call that now. We will move on from the CT Yaku deck. Alright. Even though I said the plan is to give a deck 3 shots, that one did not deserve it, I don't think. I don't know if it's really properly built yet. We're gonna try... Let's try playing some Gaia Armor. And let's maybe add Muscular in here. Maybe just 2. Yeah. Non-conventional ratios. 2 Muscular. That seems fun. We'll try some good ol' Gaia Tribes. The Black-Purple Despair deck is so funny. That deck is nasty. The one that gets to the 10 unit shield. I mean, the 10 unit steel, right? I guess that would be good against, like, everything, honest. It's good against... It's a good deck, which is insane. What did I load up with? That happens so often where I'm like, wait a second. I play a bunch of decks with all of these cards. What exactly did I load in with? But Tribes just is kind of like a good stuff deck at the moment. Feels like a lot of other decks. Just more generically. Guess I should deal with this Kieran fast as I can. Okay. Actually, suddenly I'm like, wait a second. That's not the ideal opening, really. Okay. And do I have enough MP to drop Feline? Not quite. That would have been a 12 MP play. We only get the 11 MP player. You haven't beat the 10 unit. I think I've beat it at least once, but I definitely lost more than once against it. It is a goofball energy sort of deck. Whoa. This dude with coordination is going off. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Yes. Toridori, welcome to the stream. We are playing every green deck we can think of. And now we're playing the one that people are actually used to seeing. So we're probably going to switch back over some of the weird decks, but I want to play something that represents what people are actually playing on their own ranked journey a little bit. I think we got this. We just got to watch out for the middle lane. Destroy all my units early game and steal them late game. Literally no answers. Yeah, it's a schnasty deck. Ooh, let's see if we can still get out of this. Okay. Answers. We got answers. But we're still playing from so far behind. Got no choice but to take those blocks. Let's see if we can drop Necro in the top lane, it looks like. Alright, that's tasty. That's really good. We're in this. We didn't draw our Muscular, and we don't need him because he would be a bad follow-up here. I wonder if that really is optimal in the deck. I saw some other people running it, and it seemed really strong just to give yourself more pop-offs that you have the option for. More good turn ones, because that's how the deck wins, but it looks a little risky, you know? Okay, that should be the W. Unless I have something crazy. I don't know what it would be. Ooh. No, that's still a W. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we actually do lose. Oh, I get killed with the Pierce, actually. I was going to say, we didn't have the enough to pierce through Lady anymore, and they actually killed us with the Pierce damage, so often I will count my chickens before they egg, and this is one of those situations. We're going to run another with Tribe. That was the first game we tried, and we lost. So we'll see if we can get a dub with Tribe, because that was pretty close to a dub. And then we still got some other green decks to play. I don't think we've played regular Frenzy, so we might play like the Frenzy with Yawn that tries to go for... let's see here. Let me look at this hand real quick. It's okay. It's a good enough hand. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He wouldn't have gotten boosted up enough to pierce the top lane. He would have only gotten the +1, and he would have been 1 attack short. Oh, what is happening here? We were playing this earlier. Let's see if we can get our opponent off some life so that they don't have a strong Nico player. Let's see what they're going for here. Okay. Did he say legendary? Probably not. But I always imagine the people saying the wrong I always hear the wrong things from these TEPPEN voice actors. Like, I was watching back part of the stream and it sounds exactly like when Dante or Nero says or when Virgil says don't get too cocky, it sounds like he says come get some cock. I was like, there's no way he said that, and I had to watch it back, and he doesn't, but it really sounds like he does. No, we lost this one. Frenzy Purple is really fun, now that it is... I don't know if you were there for the top-tier Purple Frenzy meta, Dory. But when it was the best deck, it was insane. It was the best deck, along with Locke, and it was a lot more popular, so it was very frustrating seeing nothing but that on ladder. Now that it's more fair, and the identity is more about those flight combos with like Tenkuha, the deck's pretty cool. Let's see if I can still catch a dub here. Probably not. Muscular looks like like he's not very good in this. I don't know what I would swap him for though. Okay, if we can drop this Nero, that's kinda good. Kinda. Can we drop him in time? It's only kinda good though. It's true, Aimer. The deck definitely got a lot cheesier. Probably a lot less good, but I like its new identity a lot more. Obviously. It's hard to say that the old deck was more fun to fight against. Has this person been playing Frenzy this whole time? And I only just now noticed? Because they just hit us with Death at Sea. Wait, no, that's not Death at Sea. No, that was a tribe without tribes or whatever. I was not paying very much attention. Gloria, True Power, okay. They hit us with the 2-trap card is what that was. Man, we're still playing from behind, but our opponent keeps giving us chances. I'm just like, I don't even know what to think about that. That's kind of good for them, actually, if I'm being honest. I think the move is to Rajang them. We haven't had a Rajang moment yet this stream, I don't think, and now is the time. There's no question that now is the time to drop Rajang and be a toxic little shit. Let's go! What are the chances that they can stop that? Literally none, I don't think. Especially with Veil, yeah. Let's go! I'll be back in 1 second, you guys. Just 1 second. Okay, here I am. No, Locke was the strongest deck by no question. Oh, and I'm back. Hello again, everybody. Yeah, Locke was on release and for 3 months the strongest deck that TEPPEN has ever had, and I think if it were unnerfed, it would still be probably the strongest deck in the game's history. We'll stick with this hand. And if we lose again, this is the last match with Tribes for the stream. It will be eliminated with its 3rd loss here. But we have better decks to try, so... And Locke is one of the hardest nerfed decks in history, where they just added like 8 MP to it across the whole deck. So it's like, now it's not nearly as playable, and a lot of the cards that were nerfed are just removed from the deck, so it just lost a bunch of tools that it was used to having. Alright, pretty good start. Muscular, very hard to use in this deck. I don't know why so many people play him. I guess it was just that one rank 1 list where I was like, let's update my tribes, so I'll see what the rank 1 list looked like. Okay, that was very early. Way too early to be a good player. Alright. Big pop-offs. I was wrong. Mersklu's very strong. We just hadn't had an opportunity to use him yet. Okay. Hopefully we can finally get a win with Tribes. Wow, the feline effect actually saved Felicia in the top lane there, which there's just no way our opponent was counting on. So much bread. We gotta start activating these breads. Let's use a bread or 2. Force them to block on the next cycle. And if not, we get powerful bread cat. So that's exciting. Hopefully it actually happens that way. Oh, jeez. Please go to the middle lane. Okay, I was worried my swipe might have gone to the top lane for being too fast. And that happened earlier on stream where I swiped to the wrong lane. Okay. Not bad. The second, legendary Bancho Daigo. It was always coming eventually. Okay, I think the move is to try and pierce Scum with Necro. Because we can pierce for exactly 7. Which color is the meta right now? Is it green? I don't think green is the strongest color. It's just what I like to play. The strongest color overall would probably be purple if we're talking about the strongest color overall, but the strongest deck in the meta is... Oh, dang. I could have won that if I was paying attention. I got distracted. I won't blame it on you, but I literally had the line and I got distracted. I forgot to. I didn't antagonists. I think Ashura Senku is the strongest deck of the season. But of course, that person had a lot of points, and they were playing. Yes, I agree that black is the strongest. I don't agree with people who think it's Despair. Despair is good, very strong, but not overbearing. It is annoying to fight, of course, but Ashura Senku, it's black and purple are the strongest colors, as is always the answer. Let's see. I'm not ready to try that deck. Let's actually run one or two with the Shield Spire deck. Let's try and add a Hermit's Shower in there. Let's see, and what do we drop for Hermit's Shower? Chameleos? Probably not, no. I'll play one less Nitro Shroom. Play one Hermitar. Obviously, it'd be nice to have two. But we'll run a game with green, purple Shield Spire. Very popular deck with the people. So I'll feel what it's like to be somebody who plays normal decks. Obviously, most of these other decks I've played are normal too, but I'm always obsessed with playing bad decks. Yeah, black's got a... Honestly, that is a big part of it, but I think that what puts black over the edge right now is the Ashura Senku hero art is pretty much the reason that black is so much stronger. Like, a bunch of these cards are meant to be a certain strength, and Ashura Senku juices them up way past what they were initially designed to be as strong for. So cards like Devilaw that are meant to be kind of fair answers to any unit become huge win conditions when they have never been that before. So that's my take. I think that they overbuffed Ashura Senku, which is something that they always do. But this time it's been a problem. I'm not very good at this deck. Let's see what we can do, though. If we don't get a win, though, I'll probably switch back to something I made myself, because that's where my strength lies with my own decks. I'm looking for... Yeah, the attack buff should be temporary. I'm looking for a setup for Nero here. Want to get these Neros on board, because they're very strong. Oh, actually I should be going for this Lilith. I didn't see how cracked she was about to be. Alright, some very straight ahead Red Ascend. I think we can beat this pretty well. Yeah, enjoy playing black. It's really fun. Honestly, there's a lot of skill that you can... There's a lot of skill expression in black. That's why Ashura Senku is cool. And why all the top players are playing it. Because there's a ton of opportunities to show off with Ashura Senku. So yeah, definitely. Black is a good choice to play right now, for sure. Wow, we turned that around. That was... powerful once we got just a little bit of momentum. So I think what I gotta do with green-purple here is just get a little more used to the play order. I didn't even see what mistake my opponent made. 'Cause I was too busy trying to think about the meta while playing TEPPEN. Oh my gosh. Actually talking about things, it's not as easy as it seems like to still make choices at the same time. Thankfully, this deck is pretty easy, so I think that's a crutch I can lean on a little here. This deck serves no paper. Or this hand serves no paper. This hand serves plenty of paper. Nice! Drawing Effie off of Effie so I can make her stronger. Pretty strong. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just red player things. Like, the one you can definitely blow up. Like, I'll blow that up. You know? It's just red player things. Alright, we're gonna go for the biggest Lilith that we can. That's gonna be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5, but still pretty strong. Alright, what the... I look up, and then I look back down, and it's just action spam, action spam, action spam. That's pretty early to play this, because they didn't have any board established. I want to try to block it as soon as I can to get rid of that card. Get that Optic Sunflower out of here. So they're down 1 Optic Sunflower, that's always good. And what was that card they played in the bottom lane? Regardless, I am always countering the Optic Sunflowers when I play this matchup. 1, 2... I was about to play my Lilith down without 4, and it would have been unfortunate. She lived. Okay, this Optic Sunflower doesn't count. This is a copy Optic Sunflower. Oh my gosh, Felicia's so huge. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 tribes in hand now. That is very good. Gonna remove Optic Sunflower. We're both at... Well, they're at 0. I'm at 1. We're basically even. It feels like we're playing from ahead, but I really don't think that's the case. This is a fun deck, though, honestly. I should play this more. Okay. Yeah. They're nervous, though. They gotta activate cards to keep us... Or to get advantage of their barrel. That's what's happening. Let's see. I'll just play this down. Keep it nice and simple. Take it easy, you know. Got an opportunity to take it easy, I'll actually take it easy. This is a pretty chill deck. And now we will drop our Felicia for big points. And we're kind of grooving. I totally see why a lot of people play this deck. It kind of pops off. Constantly, even. Boom. And now we will... I think it's a good time to Effie. And then maybe I could follow this up with Chameleos. What are they gonna do? And how do I close this out? Exactly. Do I just wait for the Feline, I guess, to close it out? That seems like a little while to wait, though. We got these 2 Blankas in hand, also kind of hanging out. I guess we sealed it out, but I'm still nervous. They got Barrel active. Okay, we got it. Wow. That was a very red way to end a 2-color aggro matchup. Dude, I am also very glad that Rakoha is back, Gikosha. People are super split on it, and I go back a little back and forth on it too, on whether I am excited to see Memory in the meta, but Rakoha I'm very glad to see, and I wonder if they're gonna adjust any of these powerful Rakoha cards, because the last balance update we got did address the current meta, and the current newly released cards are the strongest thing in the meta, so I really wonder what, if anything, they might address. Dude, Aimer, exactly what I am saying. I have tried to play Raku, and the deck that is going around, like this memory spam, the deck like we just played against, the deck like Thirsty plays it, I'm super washed at the deck. I can't wrap my head around it, or even if I can wrap my head around it, I just can't do well at it at all. It's a very hard deck for me. Which I think is fine. That's why I like it better than most red meta decks, because it's a little harder. You have that downside of the overload, and you gotta really nail those big pop-offs for everything to be worth it, I feel like. Okay. Maybe I worried a little too much about that T-Rex, but I wanted to make sure I got him out of here. Wow, this deck is so strong. But now we have to wait 3 seconds for our board to get cleared because we don't have a sends. That's lame. Let's see. Wow, let's just play down this huge Felicia in the top lane. That seems nice. Forced out the Osric. That's also pretty good, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we dealt with the Osric. Breakaway is a weird deck. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really say for sure. But it feels very one note. It doesn't look that fun to play. Maybe actually playing it's different, but just putting all your eggs into getting that split mushroom, it doesn't seem that fun to me. I mean, I guess there's the Lilith stuff that you can do a lot with. And that's where the skill comes from, I guess, is doing well with your Lilith and Victor Gerdenheim plays to get to the mushroom. And then the other skill with the deck is drawing Devil Trigger when you pop mushroom. So if you're not good at drawing Devil Trigger, then the deck doesn't seem very fun at all. It's a good enough Lilith. Actually, it's a crazy Lilith. I wonder which destroy she's gonna eat, because there's no way it doesn't eat a destroyer at that HP. Eventually. Lord Raptor is not the best demon you can be playing. Bishamon's bad, but you should be playing Bishamon. Okay, and now the card I play is... I have to think about it for a second. I could just play this Cameleos. I guess we'll play... Well, let's just play her. Keep the value spread nice and wide. Yeah, that 5 in the top lane was just what I wanted. Oh, it awoke their double, though. Interesting. That is a super big escort to freedom. Oops, that was terrible timing. Took a 7 to the face there. That was pretty bad. Okay. Alright, do we have to Nero here immediately? Oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay, we will wait to Nero so that we can drop Feline. Get a little more Nero juice in there. I have mixed feelings on the Ashura Senku deck. I was about to say I love it because I love the deck building and the ideas of it, but it's very annoying to play against. Although at the same time, sometimes it's really fun to play against too. When I have stuff that can interact with it, it's just so high roll, and high roll is always a little annoying. But I cannot hit on that deck. It's very cool. Alright, we are getting out of here. Do I use this card on Nero right now? I think so, right? Well, alright. Now they have to block in the top lane really good. And I don't know if they have an 8 attack block. Yes. Oh. It gave them the HP though to survive. We'll remove it with our remove that we haven't used yet. Does this heal them or anything? If there are 10 or more different units in the graveyard. This is the card that that I don't understand as much from the 10 unit Despair deck. Obviously, because I haven't seen it quite as much, but it's the one that just confuses me. Okay, we'll drop our little Melinks here. And now I think we got it. It wasn't too hard, I'm pretty sure. We got away with beating a black player as 2-color. That always feels good. Yeah, it looks like we got it this time. But love to see it. They're showing their hand because they know there'll be. We'll drop our hero art for. Hopefully they don't take it as too much BM. It was a little bit of BM, but there you go. That was this deck's crazy. Akira in the deck, though, I mean, she's only in like half the decks, and she's a really fun card. I love that Akira card, honestly. Anytime it comes down, the game gets exciting. So I don't think it's that frustrating a card. I think it's a cool card, mostly. The legendary Akira card. Alright. The green-purple Shield Spiders are a little too good. I'm going to switch to something else. I still want to play some Quest. We got like one game in Quest, and I don't remember if we won or lost. I think that's when Aimer showed up and stream striped us very rudely. Just kidding. I think that was on Quest. So I want to play a little more Quest. Quest is one of my faves. I guess the Red Cyclone. That's not an American player, that's a Russian player. Right? It should be. Okay. This should be a good hand. It was when you stream striped, yes. Okay, I was right. Well, then we gotta show off how hard this deck can pop off. Our opponent's starting off with something fun. Kuropeko. That's always cool. Not a lot of Kuropekos around in the meta. Now we're gonna wait for 3 MP, and we're gonna end the game after that. One more MP. Oh, needs one more level though. We can get the next level though. We just go like this. The big Hildy. Her name is Hildy. Oh, Akira, right. That did kind of confuse me because I could tell that there wasn't a Sens in that deck. So I did still know what you meant, kinda, or I could tell you meant something different. I do like that Akuma is part of the meta again. He hasn't been for a while. I would love if the word could get out to Shuckle and she could draw some more cute Akuma, although she's always drawing cute Akuma arts. So being TEPPEN related isn't necessary for that. Wow. I'm pretty sure we won. Basically, any time you can pop off with roll, you are going to win. Especially when you also pop off with antagonist dance with it. There's basically nothing to do about that. And we'll drop our seal on the Gar here. The fact that we got seals in the deck means it's actually a good green deck. So that's cool too. We'll see if there's anything our opponent could possibly do, but I think we got him this time. They're playing just some tasty modern tribes, just straight up as it gets, it looks like. And we got the game, because our guy in the top lane there still had the heavy pierce. That's a huge reason to play this deck. Yeah, dude, that's like the whole reason to play Quest. The one other thing that it's good with, Glide is a great follow-up to give +1/+1 to your board after they clear one unit. But otherwise, you gotta go with the turn 1 Stone Man is just about the only good play the deck has. If they get through the Stone Man, or if you don't draw the Stone Man turn 1, the deck does a lot less. And she's also a good backup as your secondary Stone Man to go with Woodman or Rico, but you really need something to push it over the edge. I think the problem with the deck is mostly the presence of Ashura Senku, and it is overshadowed a bit, yeah. Because after I finished building all of these and I was comparing them, this deck compared to Beautiful 8 Growth feels like it's just like not a good comparison to make. Because they both do the 10 MP all in, but one of them gets a board wipe and better follow up out of it. And they both play Angie, which I was about to say. This deck gets Angie though, which is also good to refund some MP, but they both play Angie. This is kind of an awkward opening hand. The Destroy. We can seal in response. It's not too bad. And what else should we do? They seem ready to counter whatever we have. I guess we drop this and... Speak of the Demon! Yeah, Ashura Senku. There's a reason we've been talking about it, because it's the elephant in the room of the meta, honestly. We're in a really fun meta, as long as Ashura Senku isn't bodying you super bad. That's the story to me of this season. Meow 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 meow. At least he plays the most repetitive song in the game for us to enjoy. It's a great song, don't get me wrong, but I always feel like a couple of these songs feel like psychological warfare type of vibes. And this is one of them where it's like, that is a 5-second loop. Why did they allow us to have that as a song? I would have rather not received that as a song for TEPPEN. Okay. See, this is the reason that the deck isn't good. It's not that it is overshadowed, but it's the setups are a lot more setup dependent than Growth. Growth can get away with having one card blown up maybe, and Tribes is all about being able to survive from having a card or two blown up. Not so for Quest.exe. So let's try some Frenzy. We played our Spicy Frenzy. We'll play some Classic Frenzy, see if we can pop off a Gossarog. We'll see about going for about another 30 more minutes, I think. And then we'll start wrapping it up. Because I think I've shown off most of the decks I have here. This is one of the last few that I haven't. And this one is really just... I mean, you can put it together yourself. It's just Frenzy. We might close it out with a couple of the Tribe Frenzy, a couple matches with Tribe Frenzy, because that one didn't really show its full strength. We kind of got bodied every time we queued with it. Ooh, Gossarog is here, so we can actually try and prepare for that to be what we do this match. Okay, this could work out. What is our... That's a really cool looking Ryu. That's gotta be the best Ryu color other than Evil Ryu. Just yellow headband Ryu, I guess. Looks pretty nice. And we will keep them off of the Ascends. Very effectively. That was perfect timing. That was really, really strong for us. Alright. We are definitely going to win with this Gossarog when we are able to drop him, I'm feeling. Green is definitely my favorite. Well, and today we're playing green. Today I wanted to do a green-only stream. Last week was red-only. Today we're doing green-only. Ooh. Wow, I'm surprised he had that. But I do definitely play every color in the game. Right now, this season, I really like... Red is probably my favorite this season to play. That's why I played so much red last week on stream. But the color I come back to is always green. The color I've got interest in that I want to deck build for is gonna be green. Because red is a little harder for me to deck build for properly, I feel like. Personally. Oh, I thought I had Kikosho. I forgot this wasn't Kikosho. Oops. Let's see. No worries. I definitely am known for being a green player, I feel like. It's not inaccurate at all. I just felt like this was a fun stream concept, and it definitely has been so far. Let's get that out of here. Let's see if they have a response. They did not ascend in time. I don't know if I'm going to do a black-only stream next week, or like a purple-only stream. I feel like the next stream will just be anything goes, whatever I feel like playing. Although I will definitely try to get a deck or two for black and green in there. I mean, I will try to build some black. I just haven't fully gotten into it yet. Oh man, they're putting back the Fafnir? Huh. I do not really see people doing that. That's a scary play. I really want them to kill this slug in the top lane. I don't feel like they're going to. Drop the Fafnir again! What can I get off the top? Man, I'm just waiting for my opponent to do something and they're not. I guess that's good, but... I could spin a wheel. What? I'm bad at paying attention to, guys. I lose track of my thoughts very easily. Alright, they ate my hero sword. This is such an annoying game state. Our opponent just isn't doing anything. Okay. Okay, right, they had to... Oh man, it doesn't give them increased damage for the special ability, does it? There's no way Dungeon increases the damage there. No, it's still 2. That would be absolutely insane. Oh, that's nasty. For the 3rd time? Oh, I could spin a wheel for the next stream. A wheel would be a super fun stream idea. A deck wheel, that would be awesome. I don't know if I would... Streamlabs is already kind of difficult for me to make work, so I don't know if I could have one that's visible on stream. But I could definitely mess around and try to explore what is possible with Streamlabs a little bit more. To have a fun, weird stream next time. Because this one was kind of meant to be like... It's like, I did I played it all red last time, so this time I was like, I gotta top that and play every green deck, instead of just playing all red decks. And I am starting to get a little tired here, so I think we're gonna run... We'll go for like 30 more minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up, because I'm definitely starting to run out of steam a little bit. Let's see if there's any decks we didn't show off here. I think we did play all of them. We'll try this one quirked up growth deck. And then maybe we will round it out with a little bit of just good old charge shot. The growth deck was also the strongest one that we played, I think. So it's probably going to be one of those two to end the stream for tonight.
I have no other choice.
Against Iris, the ultimate jealousy instiller. Maybe not. I should have taken that first hand. It seemed more fun than this one. Deal with Mr. Red-White. We'll see if he will be impactful. And then the next play will be this, I guess. Wow, we just made a 2-color growth 5 play. That's ridiculous. And we survived the Nero at least. I'm tempted to hit surrender. I don't think we're going to make it out of this one. Holy guacamole! I'm going to play down Arthur, and he will run away, and he will give me victory! That's the last thing I can hope for on this stream. Okay, well, this deck is terrible. Let's try the other Tisa deck. Because that one was working well in viewer matches. Let's see if it works on ranked. I don't remember if I tried it on ranked or not. But this is one that he didn't like test or anything. He was just like, you said you want a coral. I'll put together coral. I'll help you build some coral. We'll go back to Tis But a Yawn. See if we can get a win on this weirdness. And then we're going to ride some charge shot energy. Maybe peek our way into top 100 if it's possible. But we're going to play something strong to end the stream, I think. Which would be charge shot for me. I was really hoping to find another deck that is personally as strong as charge shot is. But I don't think I found anything else I'm as good at. I literally had to be like, what deck am I playing here? Is this the right mulligan? And it's like, oh wait, yeah, this is the Yawn deck. This should be the good mulligan. Because I really like the deck building here. The Kuropeko with Breakthrough to Escape and with Yawn for the Kuropeko. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool, I think. Two color. So there's been a lot of two color coordination, but definitely not red-black. And the fact that I can even say the words, there's been a lot of two color coordination, it's a pretty cool format, in my opinion, where such things can happen. Alright. That was a very tasty Breakthrough to Escape, and a very tasty Sasquatch in the top lane. Dude, this is a cool deck. Yawn is fun. Who can possibly deny that Yawn is cool? Especially when we're running away with it like this. Alright, Arthur goes crazy. You can also use Arthur to level up your Neros and your Kuropekos. Is a really cool interaction. Not necessarily something that's gonna happen or needs to happen, but it's something cool that does happen sometimes. That was the only 4 I wanted to drop. I didn't want to drop Sasquatch there, but we are kind of popping off now. Arthur's such a cool card. And then I guess I drop Yawn in the bottom lane. Kind of weird. Time to drop this guy, looks like. Alright, that was nuts. Okay. I love beating people up with green. That's another reason that I'm like, I don't necessarily want to stop streaming because I love playing green. So it's kind of just write out some chill vibes. This last hour is probably going to be where we get a little weird, maybe. And also, what's my battery at? So that's the other reason that we have to end eventually. In about 30 minutes, probably, is because my battery is finally running low. But I am glad to play as much as I can. Rakoha. Okay, I don't know if Yawn is really what we want to have against Rakoha. Rakuhoha. Why doesn't he say Rakuhoha? Is it just Rakoha? Okay. Interesting hand, but they're probably not going to really let us do anything super optimal. I guess we'll just drop our Nero while we have the time. I kind of think I'm going to go for Breakthrough Arthur, because that puts a ton of early pressure on him. Let's see if they can deal with that. Ooh, what are they killing? Okay. Well, in that case, I'm actually going to drop Kurapeko. Fill the board back up. And we'll go for Arthur in just a minute. Maybe. The game is constantly evolving. Who's to know what the right play is? Yipes. Okay, we can go for a Yawn here at least. Yeah. Alright, that's not nothing. Okay, that's basically game over. Rocco is so hard to play against. I don't even know how to approach it most of the time. Kind of limited tools in this deck, I guess, where it's just I gotta just keep playing units down, but I don't know what I could have done different. At least with this deck, I really don't know. Yeah, we're gonna hit surrender. We don't have any good cards to... Oh, and they were gonna hit us with the Great Escape. How rude. Okay, we're out. Let's see, probably Charge Shot to end the stream. Probably gonna run a couple games, but I'm not ready to end the stream yet, so we'll play something else for a few. I wanted to go back to my funny frenzy. The best frenzy. Which is a pun on best friends and frenzy, obviously. Do you guys give your decks cool, funny names? Or do you just name them New Deck 39? I definitely see some of that, but I always wonder how those players find the decks they're looking for. Or if they just check through every single one of the new decks to find them. Not a very good opening hand. This is a pretty good opening hand. You name them sometimes. I always try to revise my names if I can't think of a good pun, but a good name doesn't always come around. Yeah, or naming them after the things that the character says, I think makes a lot of sense. I would often name my Wesker decks 5 minutes or something along those lines. Especially when their decks... Especially when it was a revenge deck that's meant to go to 5 minutes. So he will really give you 5 minutes. And you will really have to make them count. I guess I should have waited a second. That's a lot of damage from Basil. What in the heck is going on? Thunder Edge with Dread King Rathalos. I don't think I could do anything against that. Ah! That's Devil Trigger, but much more rare and uncommon. Oh well. Well, that was certainly something to lose to. And we opened pretty good. So that's annoying. That doesn't count. Strike it from the record. That was not a real loss. That didn't happen. Alright, so we're on a pretty good win streak right now, because we haven't lost in a while, I don't think. We're just gonna jump back into it, and pretend that didn't happen. Which is definitely for the better. I would never lose to Thunder Edge Dread King Rathalos, except for every time. Which is why we're just gonna move on. Okay, this is a good hand. Maybe we can finally beat people with Frenzy. That would be a great way to end the stream. Is beating some red players with Frenzy. Celestial Envoy. Yeah, the next stream we're definitely just going to play whatever decks Just whatever decks, because I have updated my Celestial Envoy deck. I would love to play that, but it would break the dang rule of the stream. Although I already did when we played John earlier. But that said, I do want to just play green tonight. Next time there will be red. Possibly black. I'll probably update some black decks. I don't know if there's any purple I'm really into this season, though. I might try and update the jury deck, even though I don't like jury, but could be fun to update it. Okay. With Tessa and stuff. I saw Horacio posted a really nasty looking jury Tessa deck on Twitter. I'm always stealing ideas from Horacio. Okay, show me the nastiness. Do you have... I probably just played into Battle Chip Armor. Yeah! Why'd I even say that? What? What even? Okay, they're playing Mr. Match, the Mr. Match only deck, which is crazy. It's crazy how they played that. I guess they must have drawn the last Mr. Match off the top or something. That's the only explanation I can think of. Woohoo! And we still got that minus damage effect there. They didn't get the red copy for 9 MP. Oh, they're actually gonna get the red copy, never mind. And wow, we dealt with that like it was nothing. And we only deal 4 damage. I always thought I keep thinking it's 6, like Hagenmer does. But that would be a little too good. Okay, wow, that was a ton of value. We've only spent 14. They've spent 17. But of course, we did lose some to our hero sword. Regardless, we're way ahead. That was what we were looking for. We'll see if they can play through a second one. Much easier, yeah. Okay. I'm looking to develop this Nero here if I can, but we, of course, have to do that after Feline. Okay. I think we got the dub here. Oh, dang it. Well, I'll probably go for Shari Ishvalda now. And right, I gotta keep in mind, they're just gonna keep dropping Mr. Match. That's all they got. Along with possibly whatever their next legendary is. Charge. Suicidal charge. To kill their own unit. That's really funny. They did not mean to do that. That's just there for the red, definitely. Oh, they're probably about to summon red. That's pretty scary. No. That was really sad. How did they not have red banished? They already played him earlier. I could have sworn they must have... I guess they didn't play him from hand. That was sad. I was kind of hoping for whatever the cool thing was to happen. Alright. I'll take the mind games. Make me think something cool is going to happen just so it doesn't. That's the worst mind game of all. Because the only effect is that I'm disappointed. I guess I have, like, totally counted them out. I'm like, that failed to pop off. Like, if they did something now, I'd be really surprised. So, this is an incredible opportunity for them. Whoa, I'm really surprised. Hey, that's actually not too bad. That actually wasn't too bad. The Infinity Mr. Match deck is always cool. But it's not very good. Especially... with that many red armor, seems like it wasn't working for him. Okay, that was a fun win to get. Let's just keep riding the tired vibes. I know I said 7:30, and that's getting here, but I want to play some Frenzy, and I want to play some Charge Shot. Oh, I guess our real decider will be when my battery starts running low, really. Which will be in the next 30 minutes or so about. Denjin Renki. That's the other thing I love about the green stream. Is whenever we see red, I can get excited that it's probably going to be pretty easy. Okay, this is an interesting hand to start with. We'll start with the Frenzy Pickle. I don't know why I called it a pickle. Because it's a cat. That's a living being. And a pickle is not a living being. Okay. I will ignore the Glee-Eye, actually, I believe. Play these guys down. Love playing the 1-2 with Nero Feline. Always the optimal way to play your Feline. I've even started playing the Feline just on its own turn 1 when I'm bricked. It's just as a 1-8, because that's better than the regular Feline, just for what it is. Always feels pretty good to do. Ooh, they're gonna get the... That's gonna kill something for sure. Anubis Necromantis doing 8 damage with Denjin Renki. Very cool. Let's see what they can do with it, though. Let's just vibe with this Nero here for a minute. Gonna try to... Well, that's not too bad. I'm still looking for my... What's the little man's name? The Namehage from Okami. I beat that recently. It was like a 3-year endeavor to continually defeat my ADD and make progress with Okami. Wow, it was so worth it. The ending was awesome. Okami Amaterasu, her full name, I suppose. Fabulous protagonist. I love a really powerful silent protagonist, which she is unquestionably one of the best. Obviously, my favorite character is Link. That might not be too obvious, but my favorite character is Link. And Ami is like... Because it's a Zelda game, basically. She is a great, great protagonist. She brings a ton of silly energy to her role as Link, basically. Obviously, she's nothing like Link. But she brings a ton of silly energy, and she's super gay. A lot of you might not know that, but Amaterasu is unquestionably a gay dog. This is not, like, fan content of any kind. Anytime there's, like, a well-endowed, a big-titted... Sorry. Anytime there's, like, big buoys in the game, Amaterasu is more excited than Asun, usually. Like, visually. Like, you can never tell Asun is excited. He'll tell you. Every time, pretty much. He'll be like, wow, those are some honkers. But Amaterasu will start, like, frothing at the mouth. It's so funny. Alright. By the inspiration of the gay dog, we take another dub. I would love to see the gay dog one more time before stream ends. But as for the game itself, I really recommend it. It's too long. It's very hard to actually get through it because there's like those infamous moments where the narrative ends, and it happens 3 different times in the story where the narrative is like, and that was the story of Amaterasu. The game is over. Famously, the first one is when you beat what's his name? Orochi. The game, like, sells you on, like, oh, this is the story of Amaterasu beating Orochi, the 1,000-year tale. Happened 100 or 1,000 years ago. Amaterasu defeated Orochi. So that's what you're sold on. You're like, alright, I am Amaterasu, gonna save the world, fulfill the legend. And you do that, like, 12 hours in. Maybe a little more, because it feels really long. But you do that, and most people just drop the game at that point. Because you've had a full experience, you've seen the tale of Amaterasu, and a majority of, like, more than half, I'm fully convinced, never play the game further than that. And I'm gonna keep rambling about this game I love on this loading screen. Even though, so all of the really good dungeons are way past that. Like, up to that point, it's like, this was a pretty good Zelda game. Nowhere better than any of the 3D Zelda games, but up to that point, it's like, it was good. Maybe it was as good as, like, a DS Zelda or something, you know. My opponent has left the match, so we get a dub for that, right? Yay! That's the Okami Ramble W. So I'm not going to say that Okami is like better than any of the Zelda games because I'm so in love with every single 3D Zelda, including Skyward Sword. But it's probably better than Skyward Sword, honestly, at the very least. Because by the end, it's a pretty emotional tale. Like Amaterasu, I feel like it really nailed the religious themes. Weirdly enough, it's a weird thing to say. But I really felt like I understood a little bit of that Japanese culture that they were pulling from by the end of the game. And you really are rooting for Amaterasu. As soon as big speech at the end was very poignant. Hit pretty hard. So that's like a solid 9 out of 10 game right there. The only reason it's not higher for me is because the pacing is so detrimental. It's a very bad hand. And that's my entire Okami rant. Okay, this kind of suddenly a slightly more playable hand. Yeah, we can play out of this. Okay. We'll play even though that puts us way behind. Have you guys played Okami? Has anybody in chat played Okami? If not, I hope one of you will attempt to play Okami one day. So, this person looks like they're gonna own us. They're gonna just body us on Frenzy here. We got a lucky streak with Frenzy, but I think it's time to retire it after this match. And then we will... How much battery do I have? I have enough battery to keep playing. We will round out the stream with some charge shot until my battery runs low enough that I need to end the stream. That will be my final act. Because in charge shot I have seals, and in this deck I have no seals. Thankfully it didn't get the Decimate. That's really good. Okay, we'll drop Blanca to deal with the mushroom. That's pretty good. Yeah, that was really solid. They got one Decimate out of it, and they couldn't put it back in hand. Okay. We could very well take a dub here, if we're lucky. We're going to develop the second Shari Ishvalda. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to Nero and Perfect Partners in the middle lane. That would be nuts. And it would be a pretty good way to... well, and now we're not going to get our Namahagas. That's kind of... I think those were the last two. Okay. Let's think. I guess I just develop him a third time. It's not a bad play. Oh my gosh. That's really weird. I will put my cards back in deck, I guess. How many cards did I put back? I put back 8 cards. That was a cute little animation with the pizza. They were like delivering the pizza from the graveyard back to the deck. I've never really seen that card, I don't think. At least I haven't noticed the animation when it gets activated. This is a tough situation. Ooh, but we got that finally. I should have been using Shield Spire more. I'm always bad about not using my hero art enough on stream. I'm not as bad off stream, but... darn. Another problem with Frenzy is that it's very choreographed. Or very predictable once it starts rolling. So, I mean, we weren't really going to pull any big tricks on him. Alright. We're going to swap over back to our best deck. Although, the one other deck that we showed off that was really solid was... was Growth 5 here. This is the other really good deck that we found. There's a QR for that. Also, this is the Frenzy deck we were just playing that has a pretty solid win rate when it actually can draw Frenzy order. Yeah, the Banish definitely screws over Frenzy. but it's worth it to have fun. And since you mentioned Burn, this is what we were running for. Burn Coral was surprisingly way stronger than expected. Way more solid. That said, we're gonna ride it out with some charge shot here. It's gonna be the last of what we're gonna do tonight. I've also noticed purple breakaway players starting to run a lot of that manifesto card, sacrificial manifesto or whatever. The -5 that like banishes something. I wonder if they're running it for the mirror match. It's kind of surprising they would be running it anyway, since they already have found Nitro Shroom. But it's probably for the mirror match, I guess. Despair, wail, and perish. Oichi is just so evil. Or is she? What's the story with Sengoku Basara? She's depicted as being, like, so dang evil. Wait, she's not even Emma, is she? I'm just being harsh. She just got them hands. Them spooky hands. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna go for the whale. Seems like the smart play. Even if a bit risky. Go for Alloway as the follow-up. Could have played down my Hercules, but I hadn't fully decided on committing to that play yet. Okay. Alright! They bet it all on Hitaite Hore. Does anybody know how to say the name of that weird machine? Because I was watching part of the stream back the other day where I was playing Red, and I kept calling Furham, I kept calling it Fernham, which is not the name of the card. It's just, my dyslexia is so powerful that I will fully gaslight myself. If anybody ever knows the names of stuff that I mispronounce, especially when we're live, feel free to let me know. Because I'm usually not doing it on purpose, even though it might seem that way. And I will genuinely pronounce a lot of stuff wrong on purpose, but... like the names of Monster Hunter cards, I am trying to say those right, I just don't know how. Herculeus Oncortis, I try to say that right, but I have no idea what it's supposed to be. It's clearly a Hercules beetle, so Herculeus. Either of those seems right to me. Oh, you know, I should have started with my other thing. I wonder if this guy is playing a similar charge shot deck. I didn't even see if this was an American player. Are we playing a mirror match right now? That would be spooky. If so, then I... okay, not quite. A bit of a mirror match. But I do feel as if I'm off to a bad start. Without a doubt. Okay. That seal off the top is pretty good. Their seal is better, though. Let me see what even happens at this point. No! Hebo surviving is really bad. Ooh. What? Love this deck. I don't mind losing to it. It's the best deck in the meta. We're not the strongest deck, but it's my favorite, for sure. Whoa! I wonder if I could fit Hebo in. I don't know if I would. I would probably try to fit Servo in. But actually, he only gains... He doesn't gain attack. Or he doesn't gain life. I would probably put him in over First Time Gambler, because that's just there to be a little more consistent. Maybe I would drop Feline for him. There's room for 2 Hebo, if we wanted to add him. Probably worth it, but... Because that is the only reason I put the First Time Gambler there, is because I wasn't always drawing combo. Interesting to see another charge shot. That always gets me excited. Levi Man! Love you, man. Is that a job? Like the guy who sells you pants is the Levi Man? Hopefully not. We got Rajang! Okay, this is going to be a goofy match probably. Anytime there's Rajang, the energy becomes OTK monkey energy. I can hear a dog outside. Sorry guys. I'm definitely getting really tired, which is why my commentary is becoming more and more sparse, because I'm just like, tired vibes. So how much battery do I have? Probably enough for 2 or 3 more games. Maybe 1 or 2, because I'm very tired right now that I'm thinking about it. We'll do at least 1 more after this, and then that might be the end of the stream. Oh, thanks, Tori. Okay. I think we got gas for this match. Is this... Whoa, that's really bad. Okay. So there's 2 options here. There's a couple of options. Okay, that's not necessarily how I wanted that to go, but... Maybe that's exactly... not quite how I wanted it to go. Although, making them just spend a bunch of MP here... This is really good, actually. That was a great bait. But now they have Found Barrel to pop off really hard. Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast! Rajang, gotta go faster! Faster, 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 faster! I didn't like that show very much as a kid. It was on a lot, and I was so obsessed with Sonic, but I felt like that show failed to make Sonic cool. It made me more ashamed to be a Sonic fan, because I was like, man, this show's so lame. But that was also just my self-conscious teenage self. That was like at the time that Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was on TV, and I felt like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was lame, and now in retrospect, it is the coolest one. But of course that's because it was when Season 1 was coming out. Season 1 was really lame. But I have like a distinct memory of watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and being so ashamed when specifically the Ojamas would talk. Obviously their voices were horrible, but I would turn the volume down so my parents wouldn't hear it because it was so embarrassing to me. I'm so glad to not be like that anymore, but very distinct memories. Alright, this should be strong. We got our whale in hand, and that's really like all you need to beat a green player is a big funny whale. Kikosho though, I wonder what Kikosho does right now. It does a funny with the feline. With Hildy? Hildy's not that scary right now. Really? Do I take the 2 MP card from deck? I think I will. And that'll get the little buff. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was super nice. That was super duper nice. Okay, we are popping off now. And the buffalo in the middle name is mobile to get value from all of my friends here. This is going pretty well. Let's see. That might be a little harder to deal with, though. That's so many shields. All the Hildy is still really weak. Okay, that's a sick pop-off. Alright, we're gonna clear their board with Hoggenmer. And that's another dub, I feel like. With our 10 attack Hoggenmer, yeah, that's a W. Okay. I mean, I know I said we were wrapping up, but I've still got like 10% battery. I'm kind of feeling cozy, so I want to see if we can... What's top 100 at right now? I don't know if we can get there in the next 30 minutes, but... In the next 20 minutes, I mean, that's about how much battery we got left. Ooh, top 100 looks pretty high. Oh, it's 1900 already? It's 1880. I wonder if we can get 80 points in 20 minutes. The Professor? Crowler! I summon the Ancient Gear Golem! I have all of those 4Kids voices in my head. GX was so cool. I found the characters and the cards really cool, but it was aspects of the 4Kids dub that embarrassed me as a kid. I love GX though now, like I was saying, and I'm so nostalgic for those cards. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore because it's so hard to keep up with. Like if you ever stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like over, basically. I gotta focus real quick here. Gotta hope they don't have Found Mushroom in hand. Ah, wow. Bodied. Yeah, my favorite GX deck, I'm pretty sure, is Cyberdark. And I was very happy when they made Cyberdark playable after all these years. Because I would play a bad Cyberdark deck with my friends. It was always fun. Zane is a very cool character. All Yu-Gi-Oh characters are pretty dang cool. But GX especially just had freaking cool boys. Oh. That's not a way to win. I'm gonna hit surrender. I didn't want to, but... How much battery do I have left? Do we have 20 minutes worth of battery to get to 8 o'clock? That would be a good time to end the stream. When it says the little 5% battery, though, I'm gonna definitely stop. Dang it, okay, we're not gonna get back to top 100. But we were really close at the start of stream when we were playing True Power. That was the other really strong thing we played. Charged Power! Okay. Now I have to pay attention and actually end stream soon. Which we will do. 8 Gates! I wonder if they're streaming. My fellow TEPPEN streamer! What is up? Okay, this is a goated hand. I figured they would have posted on the video streams if they were streaming also. What's Rocket? Raku? I'm very ready to fight Raku with this hand. I'm glad to end with one more pseudo viewer battle. Obviously, I don't think Gates is in chat, but anybody from the community, I always get excited when I see him. Yeah, I mean, I also fell out of top 100, so this season has been getting harder. And I personally get the feeling that this is going to be a very difficult season to hit top 100. It's only the 11th, it's only 2 weeks into the month, and the cutoff is already 1900. So if you're anybody who's going for top 100, freaking good luck. I might try because I'm having a ton of fun this meta, but it's not going to be easy at all. It's going to be one of the hardest ever. Okay, that's about the best opening I could possibly hope for. Against this deck, we are looking very good. Hell yeah. We are looking very, very good. Just take the one. Anything that I can swing over, I'll swing over. Got the it'll be okay. This is like a perfect example. Oh, that's my friend. I don't want to dox my friend. I have do not disturb turned on. What the heck? That's the worst one yet. That might have even been about planning to go get my meds or something. Anyway. I will have to, from now on, I will have to directly mute every notification. Let's see. Please don't look at my friend, you guys. Please don't dox my friend, you guys. Anyway. I guess I did tell him I was going to be streaming. So, but yeah, I was saying, I think this is going to be a pretty difficult season to reach top 100. Because it's really fun, and it's very diverse. There's a lot of fast decks, and there's a lot of consistent decks, which are all things that will really encourage top 100 players to grind the season. I've been grinding the season a lot. With Burn, I don't think that's going to be the deck I keep grinding it with. Because I don't think it's good to climb with. I think it's mostly a good deck to lose rank with. Unless I can build a more consistent version. There's just too many variables. And at least for what I want. Finally beat Nashira Senku. Gonna call it here for tonight for ranked. That's always... I'm so bad at actually convincing myself to stop, but that is one of the best places you could stop. We're gonna see if we make it to 8 o'clock here. And it looks like we might. Battery is not draining too fast. Because I like these end of stream, tired, cozy vibes. Where I'm just like, whatever happens, happens, you know? I wonder what our... Oh. I was going to say, I wonder what our Jill opponent is up to. They're up to the worst thing they could be up to. Oh, it took 0 damage. That's what happened. Yes. Okay, that's pretty dang good. Pretty important. Oh, ho, ho, they were in Explore too early. Okay. We're about to get a super tasty setup here. Alright. That should be what we need to get a dub against the highest level of red. But it really depends on what this respond here is. On Aloe, definitely correct. But we got a response to the... very rare response to the Red Destroyer. That's pretty great. And that buffs up our the attack damage from Tidal Whale to get that kill on the... Okay, that's pretty important too. Alright, we are rocking. Wow, that is not an easy matchup, and we got away with it. Man, obviously it should be an easy matchup because we're green, but it's just not. We have to get those big high roll cards to start off. And we got them, and it was nice. And X said it was good. Whatever the biblical quote is. I would have no idea. All right. We are going to at least end about where we started. I think this is where we started at 1800. We did a lot better this time than we did on the red-only stream. Actually, mostly gaining points rather than losing them. This opening is broken. The only question is, do I Grimalkin first or Aloe first? Oh, jeez. Thankfully, we have the disarm. It's a huge reason that this is one of the few green decks I have where I'm like, that seems like a meta deck. Because we can play disarm. Disarm is so important. Okay. Gonna drop Aloe. Oh, it was a good idea. Alright. Unfortunately, we didn't get the hand buff for Herc. But what he did get was pretty nasty, and he's very strong. We are looking good. Alright. Those are the big numbers that green machine is known for. Alright, got the board clear. Wow. That was, honestly, the second we dropped that disarm, the match was over. That is why you should be running disarms, my fellow green players. Win your matchups. Play the best green deck. Play the best green card, which is disarm. Man. I love myself some good charge shot, some good old green. Anytime I can activate disarm feels good. And now I'm like, Gambler's like the only card that could be swapped. Let's swap Gambler for Hebo. Because I would like to run a Hebo. Alright, battery is at 12%. Can that get us through the remaining 10 minutes to finish at 8? That would be the perfect time. Otherwise, from now on, maybe I'll bring a charger when I stream. DX0. Okay. I think I keep this hand. It's got breakthrough. It's got all the goo. The sauce, as they say. Also, when I say goo, that is a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! When a card is groundbreaking innovation, it is the goo. Okay. Raku, they're not doing anything though. They're doing something now. I'm pretty sure Raku on the first attack cycle, they only lose like a single MP, right? Even less maybe. It feels like they lose a lot, but they barely lose anything. Alright, we'll just start off with the real big boy in the bottom lane. It's kind of a little greedy, but I would like to kill Phantom in one attack cycle. Oh yeah. Now I feel good about it. And that guy does have memory 4. He did not do any damage. Okay. Wow, we are cleaning up against the Raku players. This is a good way to end the stream. That feels great. Alright, what a tasty win streak. I was really hoping I would find another green deck that I was good at, but I guess I'll spend some more time with Growth in my off time as the deck I found that I liked on stream here today. And that, the 2-color burn deck, I'm definitely going to spend some more time messing around with that too. Yeah, you're right. You gotta just play fast and loose against Raku. Not a good enough hand. I like those 2 breakthrough. They could have drawn us something good, but too risky. Okay. True power. I didn't even feel like sealing that guy in the top lane there. Very greedy, but I feel good about it. Oh, that was a terrible seal. They could have sealed our Herculeus, and they didn't. We'll seal their Nero before it gets any stats. All it got was a shield. So enjoy your 2/5 shield. Alright. All the way dies. That's a little... Oh, no, she still dies. I could just straight up drop Rajang, but that's not really the right way to play the card. We'll play the card optimally, or we'll try to. Oh my gosh. Well. Okay, we could actually... I was about to say, I think I'm about to just try to cheese the game with Rajang. But we can drop Hagenmare. That's what I think we're going to go for. That said... This probably has the better win rate, right? It was a perfect time for CL before Nico came down. I did not see that line. They sealed him. Now he keeps the 517. That's not too bad. We're still in a situation here, but... Who's a 417? Hardly a loss. And then I think we're gonna drop Grimalkin in the bottom lane. Or in the bottom lane, yeah. Darn it. Whoa. Okay, now the opportunity here to not lose is if we can drop Grimalkin. I mean, Hagenmare. Wow. This is a very back and forth green match. It's probably going to come down to whatever they're... Actually. Okay. So they had to drop the Hotto shot to deal with Hagenmare, to try and block Hagenmare. Anji's popping off now. Ooh, this is looking scary. Okay. Alright, that was a really fun match. And then I think we will do... We'll probably just call it here, actually. I think that will be the final match of the stream. We'll end on a 5-win streak. Definitely higher than we started. If we kept going, we would be able to get top 100 for sure, but I think this is a perfect spot to end the stream. I had a ton of a blast. You have a good evening too, Tori. Thanks for coming out. Thanks to everybody else who came out. Aimer, it was super fun having you hang out and chat. I hope those of you who couldn't make it will be able to come out for the next one. And I hope you all have a good night. As always, I'm Sconchulous, and I hope you have a good night.